Or maybe it wasn't a shutout, but the Rockies, he pitched the full, complete game against the Rockies, who suck last year. I know that, but whatever. Did not play well in the playoffs. 2 1/3 against the Yankees. Had the 2 earned runs. But I think last year he certainly turned a corner. Brian Bayo certainly turned a corner last year. And he's now slotted in deep in this rotation at the end of it. But he's not a fifth starter. We'll see how the rotation continues going and, how they go about it. But him starting the year as the fifth starter is interesting. Just because he was your second or third starter last year, and all the pitchers that you brought in this year, except for Connolly Early, obviously, you look good. But all the other pitchers, including Oviedo, have not had a good first turn in the rotation. One thing about Bayo that bothered me a little bit last year was he didn't strike anybody out. His strikeout rate dropped to 17.7. And it was down from 21.8 in 2024. Trying to get those strikeout pitches back this offseason was a big part of what in his offseason he was talking about, getting back to striking guys out. He does have the stuff to be able to do it. He throws hard. He's got a heavy sinker. Most of what he was getting, though, was, ground balls and pop-ups, stuff like that. He was good for DR in the World Baseball Classic and had one good start in the Grapefruit League. But he may end up being a much more key piece to the puzzle than I think anybody was really expecting. When you revamp the entire rotation and then slot all 3 of those guys in ahead of your old number 2 starter, it makes you forget about the number 2 starter from last year a little bit. But Brian Bayo is not someone who I think you should take for granted here, especially after Suarez really struggled. And I think Sonny Gray settled down after those first couple innings, but didn't look great either. Suarez had a couple of, he had 2 innings in the middle of the start where he looked okay too. But, you getting paid a lot of money to look better than that. And Bayo last year, I thought, was one of the more reliable guys in the rotation, certainly. And someone that you could feel good about turning to. When it was his turn in the rotation, you generally felt like you were in pretty good shape. And that hadn't been the case for him most of his career, really. It's a big step, I think, to become a pitcher like that in a rotation like this. The thing is that you brought in guys who have already been that. Suarez has been that in Philadelphia. Sonny Gray's been that in a variety of different places. Gray's been everywhere. But he's been a frontline guy. He's been a frontline starter. And for Bayo to be a frontline starter last year and then go from that to now kind of buried in the rotation with all these new faces, I think could end up being a real motivational point for him. And I think based off of how good he was last year, and his record wasn't great, but I think, you look at the peripherals, aside from the strikeouts, he was very, very good. You look at that, and if he can get some strikeout pitches going again this year, this could be a big year for him. And they may need a big year from him. They got a big one from him last year, and they got a big one from Giolito. You don't know who that Giolito guy is going to be. But the Red Sox, for better or for worse, proved that they can scrape by with 3 reliable arms in the rotation and make it up as you go with the 4th and the 5th. Whether that was someone like Bernardino coming out and pitching a bullpen game with some of your long relievers, which it looks like Oviedo may be, to get him going. That may be what they start doing as not an opener, but you have a bullpen guy come out and pitch the 1st, and then Oviedo goes 2nd through, the 5th or whatever it is until he can start getting things going. Connolly Early, I thought, looked very good. I'm excited to see what he can provide. I think you're going to see Peyton Tolley up here pretty soon. And I think ultimately the pitching staff will find its mark. But I really was hoping that they'd be a little bit more prepared to start the year. And the fact that they're not is disappointing. And the fact that they're not is something that I think the entire front office and coaching staff should be reflecting on. Because this is almost a mirror image of last year. Last year, Crochet came out and pitched well. The rest of the rotation looked shaky. The offense couldn't do anything. Devers was striking out at every single pitch. Certain guys on offense look completely lost, which you're also seeing again this year. Guys who shouldn't be looking this far behind schedule for the season to start. And what really bothers me about this, what really sort of pisses me off, is that I really got duped by the WBC. I really thought the WBC was something to really look at and feel okay about whatever we're seeing here, all right? Well, it's not necessarily the best offense in the world, but look what they're doing in the WBC. That's against top-line pitching. That's against, legitimate major league pitching. Not guys just working on their, new pitch in the Grapefruit League or working on their out pitch or working on whatever it is they're working on. Guys are working on stuff in the Grapefruit League. WBC, you're out there trying to get outs. You're trying to win games. It's more competitive for sure. And I thought the Red Sox excelling in that setting was going to be more indicative of what we'd see here. Turns out, not so much. Not so much early on. The good news, though, is that they're going up against one of the best pitchers in the American League from last year, who already has a scoreless appearance under his belt. Although Hunter Brown threw a ton of pitches in that opening day game. It was the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. He threw 102 pitches through 4 2/3 innings, walked 4, gave up 4 hits, struck out 9. So I guess the point here is that if you want to get to Hunter Brown, you got to wait him out. And also drive in some runners when they get on base. And just knock the rust off already, because no one wanted to see a start like this. No one wanted to see a struggle out of the gate. Red Sox baseball coming up here. The Mass Mutual pregame show starring yours truly, Will Fleming, Alex Cora. You hear from all of them. Don't go anywhere. That's next here on Boston Sports Original WEEI.
Go away, go away. So tired of this. Freaking go away, you freak.
The Christian Arcand Show on WEEI. WEEI.
You know what they say. Early bird gets the ultimate 30A vacation rental. On select homes, when you book early, you can save over $530 on a week-long stay with Vrbo. Because early gets you closer to the action, whether it's waves lapping at the shore or snoozing in a hammock that overlooks, well, whatever you want it to. So book early, stay longer, save more with Vrbo. That's the way to 30A.
For many people, gambling is a hobby or a pastime. For others, though, gambling can be a serious problem, one that can impact your life as much as alcohol or other substances. Watch the signs. If gambling makes you or someone you love feel depressed, anxious, or ashamed, maybe it's time to get help. March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month. Call the Massachusetts Problem Gambling Helpline at 800-327-5050. That's 800-327-5050.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Hi, it's Eric and Renee Peabody with Window World of Boston.
When it comes to new windows, most homeowners don't have all the facts. When you work with Window World, your curb appeal goes up. Windows beautify your home, and we offer a wide selection, including custom wood.
We also never use high-pressure sales or gimmicks. Our customer volume lets us deliver everyday low pricing from as little as $99 per month for a house full of windows installed.
New windows also improve the value of your home, and with built-in energy savings, they help pay for themselves. your energy bills could go down by as much as thousands.
Plus, all our windows are Energy Star rated, but we encourage you, shop around. We're simply the best for less.
We've also got award-winning customer service, and we've earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. So while $99 a month for a house full of windows installed is impressive, we're even prouder of our 5-star reviews. It's time to love where you live. Locally owned.
Nationally known. Visit us at windowworldofboston.com.
When life throws you a curveball, trust Catches Law, New England's hometown law firm. With over 4 decades of success and a local team that truly cares, let Catches Law fight for you. Remember, there's no fee unless you win. Visit catcheslaw.com to schedule your free consultation today.
I wanna go a little wild. Go a little wild.
Introducing the all-new 2026 Subaru Outback, redesigned to give you more of what you love with a bold new look. After 30 years of adventure, the 2026 Outback shows off a powerful new design, built with the legendary capability of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and the Subaru safety you trust. With go anywhere capability, elevated safety features, and upgraded tech, the 2026 Outback is the safest and boldest Outback yet. The all-new 2026 Subaru Outback. More of what you love with a bold new look. Starting at $34,995. For complete details and to learn more about the all-new 2026 Outback, visit SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Go a little wild. I wanna go a little wild.
Let's face it, you can't control energy prices. But there's good news. You can control how efficiently your home heats and cools. I'm Scott McFarland. If your system is older, you could be paying more than you need to in energy bills. Right now, save up to $1,800 on a new Lennox home comfort system, plus an additional $500 from McFarland Energy. Take control of your energy costs, improve your comfort, and start saving. Visit McFarlaneEnergy.com today. McFarland Energy, generations of warmth and trust.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI-FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. More with Geico.
This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Now, here's Christian Arcand.
Good evening, Red Sox fans, and welcome into the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcand. It is nice to have you with us here tonight, though it is not exactly the start the Red Sox were looking for here as they complete their first turn in the pitching rotation. Game 5 of 162 tonight in Houston. The series opener last night. A tough watch for the good guys for sure. Ranger Suarez faltering in his debut, and the offense once again muffled, this time by Lance McCullers, who was not very good last year and missed the previous 2 years prior to that. However, he was right out there, posted 7 innings for the first time since 2022, allowing just 1 run on 4 hits, 9 strikeouts as the Astros pounded the Red Sox 8-1 your final, dropping Boston's record down now to 1-4 on the very young season. Aside from McCullers, Houston got a big night from Jose Altuve, who tied a career high with 4 hits, including 2 solo home runs to add insurance late in the game. However, the big blow came in the 3rd inning off the bat of big Yordan Alvarez.
370 with 7 homers and 21 driven in. Here's a high drive to deep right field. If it's fair, it's to the moon. It is, and it is gone. Wow. NASA put a tracker on that one, 3-0 Houston.
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it all from Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks under his breath right there as well. That was the play of last night's game. And it's brought to you by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan has an exciting full line that will put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. That big blast from Alvarez, one of 2 home runs led up by Ranger Suarez in his Red Sox debut, one he would rather forget. The other home run, a Bryce Matthews tank that went even further, 434 feet. Suarez's final line, an ugly one, 4 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned with a walk and 3 strikeouts. He got the loss. And to make matters worse, we got our first look at the newly acquired Johan Oviedo last night as well, and he got bombed too. 3 2/3 innings, 4 runs on 6 hits, including those 2 Altuve homers I mentioned a little bit earlier. Meanwhile, the Red Sox offense posted their worst outing of the season so far, managing just 4 hits and striking out 12 times, only plating the 1 run. Aside from that, Mrs. Lincoln, though, it was a very lovely play. Couple of positives for you. Willie Abreu is off to a hot start. He's 8 for 16 with 2 home runs to start the year. Connolly early was very good in his debut last week. Garrett Crochet is Garrett Crochet, who we'll see in his next turn in the rotation here. On the other hand, though, Caleb Durbin struggled mightily, still seeking his first hit in 14 at-bats. He's getting the night off tonight. More on that when we get to the starting lineups here a little bit later on in the show. Jaron Duran not seeing the ball well, swinging and missing at a rate of 48.1%, though he is managing to find his way on base, mostly through walks. Sonny Gray, Ranger Suarez, Johan Oviedo all had tough debuts. Suarez has had a tough spring overall. And Breslow's commitment to the rotation and defense still not yet shown much return. Luckily, though, we do have 157 games still to play starting tonight, which brings us to tonight's starting pitching matchup brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. For the Red Sox, Brian Bayo making his 2026 debut. The 26-year-old right-hander last season, very good, 11-9 with a 3.35 ERA, a career-high 166.2 innings pitched. Strikeout numbers were down from the previous 2 years, which he pitched fewer innings, but a career low in whip and hits per 9 has Bayo poised to bookend the rotation and hopefully tonight stop the bleeding. Bayo has only made 2 career starts against the Astros, and they were both in August of 2023 for some reason. A win and a loss and an ERA of 2.19 in 3 appearances. Only Astro with good numbers against Bayo is Yordan Alvarez. He's 3 for 5 in his career with a home run and a double. Over on the Houston side, a very tough customer, the 27-year-old right-handed ace of the Houston staff, Mr. Hunter Brown, who finished 3rd in the AL Cy Young voting last year behind Garrett Crochet, and, of course, the Cy Young winner, Tarek Skubal. Brown making his 2nd start, had a good but short debut opening day, going 4 2/3 scoreless against the Angels. 4 walks, 4 hits, 9 strikeouts. He labored in that one, though, throwing 102 pitches without getting out of the 5th. The Astros would go on to lose that game 3-0. Brown does not allow much. He was 2nd in ERA last year, 1st in opponent slugging, with hitters managing a paltry .318 slugging percentage against him. And tonight's first pitch is at 8:10. First pitch brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all 7s at 617-777-7777. By the way, you can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Just follow WEEI. It's brought to you by Subaru of New England. With so much to love, you don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Trevor Story last year was one of the most consistent bats on this team, and Rob Bradford sat down with him for the Baseball Isn't Boring 2-minute grill presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Trevor Story has had several years now here in Boston, different ways of preparing for a season as he's advanced in his career. Him and Rob Bradford chopped it up for that in the 2-minute grill, which is right now.
There's no human being on the planet I'd rather be doing the McFarland 2-minute grill with more than Trevor Story. So as you sort of ease into the new season and you look back at like the long season of last year, how much better do you feel all around defensively, offensively, heading into 2026?
Yeah, each spring, presents new challenges, and you got to get back in the flow of the game. And I feel like I'm in a great spot. So last year has a lot to do with that. I think just from an overall, mental standpoint of feeling settled, feeling like I, played some good ball last year for a good amount of time, and we played well. So. Those are things that create momentum, and I think obviously we took that through the offseason and had a good spring.
When you look at, like I said, at the end of the year, when you said maybe it was a long season and the defensive stuff cropped up. This year, you come in spring training and you look like you did at the beginning of the year. I mean, were you? I don't want to say were you worried, or were you like, okay, I believe this was the reason, and now I know it was the reason.
Yeah, it's we identified it there at the end, and turned it around, getting into the playoffs, we were feeling good about it. So, yeah, with the long season, bad habits creep in, and, obviously a marathon, your body feels that. And for me, it was, it's about coming out of my legs. And when I do that, you lose the ground and you're not so accurate with the throws. So that's where it all started. And it was good to identify that, though, because, those are, knowing what you need to do when things go bad are a big part of making adjustments.
This is the last thing you've gone into, the first weeks of seasons, first months of seasons before. It's a cliche question, but how does this feel different for you?
Man, it feels great, man. It feels like there's not many expectations on the outside, but with the group that we have, with the talent that we have, with the depth and just kind of the feeling that we have as a team, we have really high expectations. And we're excited about that. Like I said, we built on momentum last year. We're a confident team, and we're a team that's really close because it's mostly the same team as last year, and I think that's what excites me the most is that we're going to build on last year, and we've added a lot of great players.
All right, man. Thank you.
That was Trevor Story with Rob Bradford for the 2-minute grill. Trevor Story not off to a great start so far, but he does have a home run and a couple of runs batted in, which for this offense is something to say early on here in the season. Coming up in about 15 minutes, our own Will Fleming is going to sit down with Alex Cora. Not Will Fleming. WEEI Afternoons, fellows over there. That would be Andy Hart, Nick Fitzy-Stevens, and, of course, Ted Johnson. Sat down with Alex Cora. That's brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. It's Truck Month. Hurry in and secure your deal on a Ford truck, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. But coming up next, we will go live to Dyken Park and talk with Will Middlebrooks, get his take on this uneven start here for this Red Sox team. Look ahead to this Bayo start tonight and all that coming up next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Boston baseball fans, it's Will Fleming. Spring in New England means baseball is back and backyard season is beginning. TimberTech Decking combines innovative technology with durable materials to deliver the beauty of wood without the maintenance. Built to handle the elements season after season. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at timbertech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Just in time for Easter dinner and ham sandwiches. Ham is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, pick up Signature Select Spiral Sliced Ham bone-in for only 99 cents a pound. Limit 2 while supplies last. That's right, save big on ham. And find other deals and rewards when you use the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Don't miss out on Spiral Sliced Ham. Shaw's and Star Market. Proud to be local since 1860.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcan. Red Sox in Houston tonight. Game 2 of this series as Brian Bayo makes his first start in the rotation going up against Houston ace Hunter Brown, making his second turn in the rotation. And for more on that, let's head out to Houston and talk with our good friend Will Middlebrooks. Brooksy, how we doing tonight?
Ark, what's going on, man? Just hoping for a win.
Yeah, a win would certainly be nice. That was a tough one there last night. We're about to go through our first turn in the rotation, and before we get to Brian Bayo and Hunter Brown in this great pitching matchup tonight here, some impressions early on of this new-look rotation that so much emphasis was put on in the offseason.
Crochet and Early look good, right? I mean, that's just, sure. I think you're going to get more from Sonny Gray. I think that was a weird outing for him. Talking to Andrew Bailey and hearing Sonny talk, I think there were a lot of things they liked. Obviously, some things went wrong. That play at the plate kind of screwed up everything. Probably only gives up 2 runs if that doesn't happen. But Suarez, Oviedo, I mean, these guys, they got to be better. They got to be better, especially, Suarez signs that contract, and there's a lot of expectations that come with that. I know spring training was weird, WBC outings, all that. So you just got to hope he's got to be better. It's all command with him. It's all based off of control. And, he was better last night as far as command went, but he was still missing over the middle of the plate. And when you're not throwing 98, you can't really get away with it. You saw that yesterday.
Do you think ABS is going to hurt guys like him? Like, do you think crafty pitchers pitching around the margins, is that going to hurt guys like him?
Yeah, it feels that way right now just because hitters don't have to be as aggressive with them. They can kind of wait him out, and he's lived off of guys chasing the ball that's like 2 balls off the plate, like on the chalk. It's a strike till it's not. And so many, I mean, you even saw it trick Narvaez a couple times where he thought they were strikes, and they had just that late movement he has. It's so good. So he's kind of have to change his sights a little bit, start it a little more on the plate, run it to the edge. But I think he'll be fine. He's a finesse guy, control guy. Once he gets dialed in, he should be fine. I'm a little concerned with Oviedo's velocity, really, to be honest. I mean, he averaged 95.5 on his fastball last year. I think every one of his pitches was down like 2.5 miles an hour. And he's a massive guy. He's huge. Right. So that tells me it's mechanical. So they just kind of get under the hood, and it could have something to do with him coming out of the bullpen too. Who knows? He's never really pitched out of the bullpen. That could be weird for him. So they got to figure that out. They got to be better.
No question about that. Brian Bayo going tonight, sort of the forgotten man in this rotation in a lot of ways, Brooksy, because you had all these big additions. He was your number 2 guy. He had a breakout season, tons of career highs. Do you expect that Brian Bayo, and I know he didn't have a great postseason game, but Brian Bayo, I mean, seems like he's hitting his prime years, pitching his best that he's pitched in his career, and was kind of an afterthought this offseason.
Yeah, it's weird. We think about him because he's been around for a while. He's still just 26? So I say he's still got some good years in him. There's been some adjustments made over the last couple of years. He started throwing the sweeper and cutter and all that a ton last year, and he lost his changeup. Whether it was the ability to turn it over and get that's completely different rotation that you get on the breaking balls. Obviously, he was throwing it harder. It flattened out. It was in the zone a lot and getting hit hard. But this spring, he looked good. It looked like he raised his arm angle a touch. He's throwing the curveball instead of the sweeper. He's kind of banged the sweeper. I don't know if that'll show up out of nowhere today, but he didn't throw it much in spring. The fastball command was better. The changeup kind of had that same movement profile that it used to when it was good. It was down at 86, which is a good sign. And he pitched against a couple good lineups in the WBC and pitched well. So hopefully he builds off of that. I know he had good conversations with Pujols and some other guys there that they feel like that helped him out mentally, which has been a big part of his development over the last couple of years, is controlling his emotions on the mound and not letting a bad pitch, bad at bat, bad inning ruin his whole outing. So I'm excited to see him go tonight. I think there's some good things to look forward to with him.
Certainly. And one sort of weird thing about him is that he had this breakout season last year and his strikeouts were way down. I know that was a big emphasis for the offseason, was getting those strikeout pitches back. How does a guy like him with that kind of stuff, how do you see a drop off like that? Obviously people weren't making good contact because he had a good year, but what's sort of the dividing line between a strikeout pitcher and what Bayo was last year?
Well, I think his major strikeout pitch was his changeup, and that was kind of the pitch that he lost last year. And honestly, I think Brian Bayo's at his best when he's getting contact within the first 3 pitches of an at bat and keeping the ball on the ground. I feel like when he would chase strikeouts, how many times do we see him go 0-2 and then try to get the strikeout, end up being 3-2, and he have to throw something over the plate to get hit hard, or 0-2 walk, and I love the movement he has on his pitches. He's deceptive. He has late movement. He throws hard. I think he has the ability to go deeper into games if he is kind of hunting that early count ground ball.
We're going up against Hunter Brown here. Like I'm on the team. They're going up against Hunter Brown tonight, and he's one of the toughest customers in the American League. Finished right behind Garrett Crochet in the Cy Young race last year. What's so tough about Hunter Brown?
Everything. I mean, he throws gas. He threw, I think, 30-plus curveballs against the Angels in his first start. It was really good. He had some control problems. He walked
labored
4 guys.
A bit. Yeah, he labored in that
he walked 4, but he still punched out 9 over 4-plus innings. So it's big-time strikeout stuff. I mean, this isn't a guy you really want to face when your offense is sputtering, which they are right now. So I think you got some guys kind of domed up right now. It's early in the season. Guys want to get off to good starts. It's part of playing in Boston. There's a lot more pressure to do well, and you want to get some numbers on that scoreboard before you go home. But the big thing with this offense right now, it's not only swinging at the right pitches. I mean, they've chased more than anybody in the league. They were out of the zone a ton last night, which killed him against McCullers. He just feasted on that they were just swinging at that pitch 6 inches off the plate, so he just kept throwing it out there. A guy like Hunter Brown, you got to pick your spots and hope somehow you get a walk, somebody come up and hit a big homer. But it's going to put a lot on the shoulders of Brian Bayer to go out and keep the offense of the Astros down.
Yeah, no question about it. You mentioned the offense and their struggles here early on in the season. It looked like in that first game, Roman Anthony had a big game at the dish, and everybody seemed like, Meyer, even when he came in, you were seeing guys swinging the bat with some confidence. Is this sort of a common thing early on in the season, or do you think something's up here?
I don't think anything's up. I won't say that yet. I mean, this is we're going to Game 5. So, we get another week or two into this and nothing's changing, then, yeah, that's alarming if it lasts that long. Unfortunately, as far as a guy like Durbin goes, it's like, is he trying to do too much? He's on a new team. He's trying to make a name for himself. But also, like, every guy's going to go through an 0 for 12, 0 for 14 at some point in the season. Unfortunately for him, it's right out of the gates, so it stands out a lot more, especially when not many other guys are doing anything, and they're just hoping for someone to show up and get this offense going, because Wilyer, Abreu, and Narvaez can't do it by themselves.
It's true. It's a lot like last year. You remember Devers didn't make contact for the first week of the season. Meanwhile, you had other guys contributing. Christian Campbell had a big month of April.
Yeah.
It's just funny how much things can change and also not really change that much over the course of the season. You mentioned Durbin. Durbin out tonight. We're going to see Monasterio, him and Kiner Falefa sort of still battling it out here for that utility role. What to expect from Monasterio tonight?
I think he's a good ball player. I mean, you saw him come off the bench in Cincy, and he looked good. He's going to give you good at-bats. He can play plus defense just about anywhere you put him. So he's a great guy to have on the team and just kind of plug in and put somewhere. He's kind of a vibes guy, too. He's fun. He's always happy and, like, laughing and smiling. But at the end of the day, as you know, it's Boston. No one cares about your vibes. They care about your dubs.
That's true. All right, Will Middlebrooks, looking forward to the call of the game tonight. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Ark.
All right, that is Will Middlebrooks live from Houston over at Daikin Park. Him and Will Fleming will have the call of the game for you starting here in just about half hour or so. Coming up next, we are going to hear from Alex Cora as he sat down, not with Will Fleming, but with the guys from WEEI Afternoons, Ted Johnson, Andy Hart, and, of course, Nick Fitzy-Stevens. That's presented by your New England Ford dealers, and that is next right here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
At Meineke, our goal is doing car care right. That's why our independently owned and operated Meineke locations offer multiple financing solutions to help you keep your car on the road. Whether it's tires, brakes, engine repairs, or an oil change, Meineke has you covered. Fix now, pay over time with financing solutions that provide customized options for you. Schedule an appointment by visiting Meineke.com and you'll be surprised how much we can help. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
Shaw's Supermarkets has your chance to attend the world's biggest soccer games here in Massachusetts. And you could be at Boston Stadium for the excitement. Simply redeem your Shaw's grocery reward points for the sweepstakes entry offers in the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to enter. Boost your chances to win by clipping the 4-time points multiplier and shopping select Lay's and Dietz & Watson products. Learn more at shaws.com/soccer sweeps.
It's tax refund season, and Bob's is bringing the wow back. Get wow-worthy prices on best-selling pieces like my Play-Day sectional with pop-up sleeper for just $7.99. Wow. I've even got flexible financing options on feature-packed bedrooms and Consumer Reports recommended mattresses. Whoa. And with tons of styles ready to ship and old furniture removal, you can get your new furniture fast and easy.
Wow.
So don't forget, your tax refund goes further at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Oh, my Bob! BC football season tickets are on sale now, starting at just $99 with the Eagles All Access Pass. A new offering that gives you a unique view each game. Fans looking for an elevated experience can choose from new premium seating options, providing enhanced comfort and access to exclusive hospitality areas. Don't miss your chance to be part of the excitement at Alumni Stadium. Visit bceagles.com. That's bceagles.com.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case, Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money. A lot. And that's important, trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
You have a large sum of cash and it's not earning interest. Then start making money with your money. Open an Elite Money Market account at Eagle Bank. Maintain a minimum daily balance in Eagle Bank's Elite Money Market and earn a 3.49% annual percentage yield. Remember, with Eagle's Elite Money Market, your account is fully insured by the FDIC and DIF. But this rate might not last forever, so start earning a 3.49 APY on your savings now. Open an Elite Money Market account at Eagle Bank.
Eagle Bank, Eagle Bank.
Annual percentage yield is available as of 1/10/26. The Elite Money Market is available to newly deposited funds to Eagle Bank. Minimum balance to open the account is $20,000. For Eagle Bank transfers, a minimum of $20,000 if new money is required. APY is variable and subject to change without notice. If the account balance drops below $20,000, the interest rate and APY revert to 0%. Fees may reduce the earnings on this account. Offer may be withdrawn at any time. Eagle Bank, member FDIC, member DIF.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back. It's the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcan. Red Sox in the Astros playing game 2 of this series. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by our New England Ford dealers. It's truck month, so hurry in and secure your deal on a Ford truck, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. It's the last day of truck month, too, by the way. It's the 31st. So you better go out there and get that, the official truck, again, of the Boston Red Sox. Here with Alex Cora are the fellows from WEEI Afternoons, Andy Hartnick, Fitzy Stevens, and Ted Johnson.
Alex, how we doing?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
We're good. It's good to have baseball season back, especially for those of us that do a daily talk radio show in the city of Boston. Unfortunately, probably haven't gotten off to the start you've wanted here at 1-3, and I wanted to sort of start there with your newcomers that have struggled a little bit. Both pitchers and batters, guys you brought in the offseason, have been a little disappointing through the first 4 games. Is that normal? You know, do you see guys try to do too much when they're in a new city? What are your thoughts on the newcomers' struggles?
It's 4 games, so it's just part of the season. I think, when you struggle, it's a 20-game sample size, 25-game sample size, but you can go for 12 during the season. You can give up 4 runs in 4 innings during the season. That's going to happen. I think it's just gets magnified because it's the opening week, and the numbers are kind of like, if you're 5 for 10, you're hitting 500. If you're 0 for 12, you're hitting 0, right? So I think it's part of 162. It just happens that they haven't produced in the first 4 games of the season.
Alex, the outings from Sonny Gray and Ranger Suarez, 2 big acquisitions in the offseason. They're older guys. They've been around for a while. Do you have any worries or concerns? I know you said it was early in the season, so just their outings weren't probably their best or what you're looking for. Just any concerns with those 2 guys?
No. My concern is for them to go 30 starts, and then at the end of the season, we'll know if they had a good season or a bad season. But they're going to have good starts. They're going to have okay starts, and they're going to struggle, right? And in the first one for them, too, they struggle. They struggle with command. Suarez yesterday cut her to Alvarez, and he demolished that ball, right? He made some pitches in the heart of the plate. 0-2 to Paredes, got a base hit in the first inning. The cutter in a 2-1 count right down the middle, home run. So, there's a guy that, he's tough. He moves everywhere. He needs to pitch to the edges of the zone, and yesterday he pitched to the heart of the plate. And then Sonny, we didn't make 2 plays behind him, one by Trevor and one by himself, right? The run down at third base, those are 2 runs. And besides that, I thought he finished strong. He's outing, and he'll be ready for San Diego on Friday.
Alex, you had a comment the other day about juggling the 5-man rotation in the outfield and DH, and it kind of caught my attention. We know you dealt with a lot of lineups last year. You had to move things around quite a bit. Was your expectation that there would be less of that this year?
No, I think going into the offseason, we knew that this was going to be the situation. And, going into the season, this is where we at. And it felt really good using Yoshida yesterday with 2 men on and the game on the line. So I think it's a luxury that we have. We just have to make sure the communication is on point with the guys. Today, Masa is DHing, Jaren is not starting. But I think on a daily basis, especially when Sedan is playing center and Wilger is playing right, one of the other lefties is going to be on the bench, and we're going to take that situation to our advantage.
All right, I'll keep this next question real simple for you, Alex. ABS, love it or leave it?
Keep going, man. I think it's been good for the game. Just have to be very, very smart how we use it, and I think the last 2 or 3 games we've been too aggressive, and you saw what happened in the game in Cincinnati, right? We were aggressive early on. We didn't have the challenges, and I don't want to say it cost us the game, but there was a pitch to Trevor. I think it was a 3-2 count right around the 5th inning, if not mistaken, with 2 on. It was clearly a ball, but we didn't have a challenge, so it cost us. So I think the umpires. It's a tough job. It's the toughest job probably in the world, calling balls as strikes. I think pitching right now is at its best. Guys throwing 94, 95, cutter, sinker, the ball is moving, and they do a pretty good job, but I think it's benefiting the game.
Alex, you got the second game of the Astros tonight. Brian Bayo taking on Hunter Brown. Brian got off to a hard start last year and then kind of wore down at the end of last season. What are your expectations for Brian Bayo this year?
Yeah, I mean, something happened when he went to WBC, to be honest with you, as far as the poise, the way he acts, is very professional. It's not like he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But he mentioned conversations with Sandy Alcantara during the tournament, and it really kind of resonated on him, staying locked in and take it one pitch at a time. As you guys know, he can be emotional, and the one with the Dominican, he pitched 5 innings. He was really good, and then he pitched 2 for us in Fort Myers, and he was amazing. So there's a tough lineup. Having Altuve the way he's swinging it, and having Alvarez back. I mean, he's one of the best hitters in the big leagues. It makes it that tough, but I think he's ready for the challenge. And if he keeps throwing the ball the way he did in Fort Myers, I think, he can get off to a great start, and he can sustain, his outings throughout the year.
Alex, for those of us that are not around your baseball team on a daily basis, especially in spring training, what's your relationship with Marcelo Meyer like? Some of us saw that comment in the spring where you were like, he's got to earn what he gets. Nothing's going to be given. And it kind of piqued our curiosity. So how did that play out, and what's your relationship like?
No, he did a good job. And, last year, something that it really caught my eye, he had surgery, and he pushed everybody, the medical staff and the training staff, to try to make it to the playoffs. And he was on the verge of starting to swing the bat, which is outstanding for a young kid, right? Most of these guys, when they have surgery, it's over, right? The season is over. Let's get ready for next year. And he was the opposed. And then during the off season, physically, you don't see it because he's such a tall kid playing the middle infield, right? And he looks kind of skinny and not strong, but it's the other way around. He gained some weight and did everything possible to make the team, and he did a good job for us. He's a sound player, good baseball IQ, good base runner. Defensively, it becomes easy for him, sometimes too easy. And that's when he sometimes make mistakes. But I'm very excited about this season for him. We stay in constant communication. I used to play short. They moved me to second, so I know what he's going through right now as far as like angles and decision making. And I'm very, very happy that he made the team. And most of the time he's going to hit seventh against righties, and expect him to have a good one this year.
Alex, last one for me. The departure of Alex Bregman to the Chicago Cubs obviously left a number of different voids, from the veteran third baseman to his bat in the lineup to a lot of the unquantifiables that he brought to the dugout, the clubhouse, and beyond. And I was just curious how you sort of imagined you would replace those elements, like the conversations he would have with the kids and buying suits and just bringing that sort of aura and presence to the club. Is this something that'll just have to work itself out organically over the season?
100%, 100%. One thing for sure, I'm not buying suits. I'm getting married in November, so I cannot be spending too much money.
All right, Alex. We'll get you out on that. Any news we need to know for tonight? I know you mentioned the lineup earlier. Any news nuggets from the lineup? Anybody moving up, down, anything like that?
No, Connor's behind the plate. We got to dig in tomorrow, so I'm going to keep Narvaez with Crochet. Then in the outfield, we got Roman, Rafaela, Wilger in the infield, Contreras, Marcelo, Trevor, and Monastery's playing third base. I'm going to give the kid, a chance to kind of like reset. He came in early, did some work. Durbin, he'll be ready to start tomorrow.
All right, Alex, appreciate you joining us today, and we're looking forward to these conversations each and every week. Good luck tonight.
See you guys next week.
That's Alex Cora. That was with the fellas from WEEI Afternoons. Again, Andy Hart, Nick Fitzy-Stevens, and Ted Johnson there interviewing the manager for the first time this season. You can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch, by the way. Just follow WEEI with so much to love. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Still to come here on the Mass Mutual postgame show, we'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We will have your scoreboard update. A lot of games in progress already. A lot of home runs flying out of the yard already as well. And we'll have our Interlock Metal Roofing lock of the game. That's all coming up next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Now back to number one fan, the search for the top Sox diehard.
I have a tattoo of every Sox logo since 1908. Want to see?
I know every batter's walk-up song.
My husband proposed, and then a foul ball broke my nose. It was perfect.
Sound familiar? Enter Mass Mutual's Grand Slam giveaway for a shot at tickets and signed gear. For rules and entry, visit massmutual.com/Red Sox. No purchase necessary. 50 U.S. and D.C. 18 plus ends 5 p.m. Eastern on 9/30. Grand prize entry period through 7/31/2026.
This is Jeffrey Glassman. For 4 generations, my family has called New England home. My grandfather taught me to always care for people and fight for what's right. At Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, that's exactly what we do. When you're hurt in a car crash, we fight big insurance companies to make sure you get the money you deserve. We care, we fight to win, and we don't get paid unless you do. Hurt? You gotta get Glassman. Call 617-777-7777.
After a tough winter combined with harsh coastal weather, home exteriors take a beating. That's why pros across the Northeast have trusted AZEK Exteriors for over 25 years. As the #1 brand for premium exterior trim and molding, AZEK keeps homes elevated with stunning details that endure beautifully no matter the conditions. And now, introducing AZEK Lap Siding, pairing the classic beauty of traditional wood siding with modern durability. Available in 18 different colors from AZEK Captivate Pre-Finishing. Start planning your remodel today with AZEK. Order free samples at azekexteriors.com.
For 130 years, Drake's Cakes have made life a little sweeter. From classics like ringdings, yodels, and devil dogs to new limited-time flavors. Try the Macchiato Devil Dog today. Creamy macchiato filling between 2 rich devil's food cakes. And coming soon, salty caramel devil dogs. Life's better with cake. Drake's Cakes.
There's a lot to love about. There's a lot to love about you.
You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Love all the 2026 Subaru Crosstrek or Crosstrek Hybrid have to offer. Like standard, symmetrical, all-wheel drive. Buy with 2.9% financing or lease for as low as $235 per month. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
CBS knows where you get your medicine matters. It matters every day and every night. It matters that we're not just in your community, but we're part of it, making sure everyone feels welcomed and rewarded. It matters that we're here for what the doctor prescribed, and also just what the doctor ordered. Welcome to CVS, the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox.
Hi, it's Will Fleming here, and Boston weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org. Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcan. Red Sox and the Astros. Brian Bayo and Hunter Brown. Your pitching matchup. This series between the Red Sox and the Astros is brought to you by James Hardy. Hardy Siding is America's #1 brand of siding. And with that, it's time for tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury firm. So let's meet tonight's players. For the Red Sox, leading off in left field is Roman Anthony. He'll be followed, as usual, by Trevor Story at short. Masataka Yoshida will be in the 3 spot tonight, DHing. He'll be followed by the cleanup hitter, Wilson Contreras, over at first. Wilyer Abreu, who is off to a torrid start so far, one of the few Red Sox bats that looking like they're ready to start the year here for sure. He's batting 5th in right field, followed by Andrew Monasterio, who will be getting his first start. For Caleb Durbin, who's off to a cold start, 0 for 14 here on the young season. Monasterio will be at third base, followed by Marcelo Meyer at second. Connor Wong doing the catching, and Ceddanne Rafaela batting 9th in center field behind the starter, Brian Bayo. For the hometown Astros, leading off at shortstop is Jeremy Pena. He'll be followed by Yordan Alvarez, who hit a big bomb last night, DHing. Jose Altuve, a couple of home runs for him late in the game, will bat third and play second base. Carlos Correa will bat cleanup and play third. He'll be followed by Christian Walker at first. Joey Loperfido will bat sixth and play left field. He'll be followed by Cam Smith in right. Yainer Diaz, the catcher, and Jake Myers is your number 9 hitter and center fielder behind the starter, Hunter Brown. It's time now for a Subaru of New England scoreboard update. With so much to love, you don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Lots of games in progress already to tell you about. We'll start in Baltimore, where the Orioles and the Rangers are knotted up at 1 run apiece. A home run for Ezekiel Duran for the Rangers. Pete Alonso, the polar bear, with his first home run of the season in a Baltimore Orioles uniform. That game in the top of the 5th inning, again, knotted up at 1-1. The Marlins have now taken a 4-2 lead over the White Sox. Andrew Benintendi with an RBI single in that one for Chicago, as they now trail in the bottom of the 4th inning down in Florida. It's the bottom of the 4th inning in Cincinnati, and the Pittsburgh Pirates all over the Cincinnati Reds here early on in this one. Home runs from Ryan O'Hearn, Brian Reynolds, and O'Neill Cruz, as they're all just kind of taking turns teeing off on Brandon Williamson, who's given up 6 earned runs through 4 innings here in this game. The Nationals are trailing the Phillies 2-0. Your score, bottom of the 5th inning out in Philadelphia. Kyle Schwarber with a home run there. Adolis Garcia with a home run as well for the Phillies. That's all the scoring so far in that one. Rockies and the Blue Jays scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd inning out in Toronto. The A's enjoying a 3-1 lead over the Atlanta Braves. That game headed to the top of the 3rd inning in Atlanta. Drake Baldwin with a solo home run, the lone run there for Atlanta. The Angels and the Cubs, bottom of the 1st inning at Wrigley. There is no score, and the Rays got a home run from Jonathan Aranda in the 1st inning to left center field, and they have a 1-0 lead over the Brewers, who are now up trying to make some headway here against the Tampa Bay starter, Shane McClanahan. Still to come tonight, we got a bunch of games to tell you about, including the Mets and the Cardinals, who will get going in just a few minutes. They're actually just getting underway out in St. Louis. Kodai Senga and Andre Palante are your starting pitchers there. The Detroit Tigers headed to the desert, 9:40 start time in Arizona. Casey Mize going for the Tigers. Brandon Pfaadt will be your starter for the Snakes. A 9:40 start time in Seattle between the Yankees and the Mariners. Max Fried going for New York. Logan Gilbert getting the start for the M's. The San Francisco Giants in San Diego tonight, a 9:40 start time, as Logan Webb and Herman Marquez will be your starting pitchers. And the Cleveland Guardians out at Dodger Stadium tonight, taking on L.A. Tanner Bybee and Shohei Ohtani will be the starting pitchers in that one. Time for the Interlock Metal Roofing Lock of the Game. Lock of the Game is presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. Now, I'm 1 for 1 so far. I'm 1 for 1 in these, and as you know, Joe, I love to track my progress, so I should probably just retire right now with a perfect record, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That is for lesser handicappers, and I'm not one of those people. So what I'm thinking tonight, I went through a lot of different potential outcomes here. I was liking some of the Hunter Brown unders since the Red Sox offense is struggling, but I thought I don't want to do that. I don't want to put the hex on the Red Sox offense. I don't want to do that with my incredible handicapping power. So what I'm doing instead is I'm going to go under 7.5 runs for everybody. I think it's going to be a tough day offensively, tough night offensively for both sides of the aisle here, as both Hunter Brown going for Houston. He's a very tough customer, one of the best in the American League. Meanwhile, I'm expecting big things this year from Brian Bayo. I am. So I'm not afraid to go out there and say I think that Bayo is going to have a good start to the year. I certainly hope that he does. I hope that Brian Bayo is someone that they can rely on in this rotation because, as we talked about with Will Middlebrooks, he was kind of the forgotten man this offseason. As a matter of fact, there was a lot of rumors going around that he might be on the trade block this offseason, which for a team that was going to emphasize pitching and defense, I never thought really made much sense. But luckily, that didn't happen. They held on to him. They did trade some of their young pitching depth, Harrison and Hunter Dobbins and Fitz and guys like that. They all moved. But for the most part, you kept your rotation intact, what you wanted to anyway, aside from Giolito leaving. But that's an important part of it right there. Brian Bayo. He was your number 2 guy almost all year long. And we do have that unfortunate memory of that game against the Yankees. He didn't look great in those 2 1/3 innings, but he was a rock in this rotation all season long. So I feel good about this one. Under 7.5. I expect Bayo to have a big year. I think that last year was a real sort of turning point in his career, and he's just now hitting his prime seasons. There's no reason to think otherwise, really. I mean, there certainly isn't, I don't think. I'd also really like to see this offense bust out a little bit tonight. Not an easy thing to do against Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown, who is one of the best pitchers in baseball, to be sure. However, may not be off to the greatest start in the world. He did have 9 strikeouts against the Angels. The Angels kind of stink. He also threw 102 pitches through 4 2/3 innings. So, again, you don't know exactly what you're going to get start to start from these guys. But to say that Hunter Brown came out of the gate gunning right away, he wasn't Garrett Crochet. He wasn't, Tarek Skubal even in his first start. So I'm not ready to sit here and tell you that you got Hunter Brown at midseason form. Maybe this is the only time he'll ever be vulnerable. And maybe vulnerable for him just means a lot of base runners. But I guess we'll all find out together here tonight. By the way, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Don't move a muscle. Hang tight. Get comfortable. The Red Sox are in action next, right here on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Mass Mutual. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
At Long Home, we know places like Fenway Park don't get a day off. When pressure hits, everything has to perform. And when it comes to your home, that pressure is personal. For over 80 years, the Long legacy has earned trust by protecting what matters most. If your roof is showing signs of wear, don't wait. Schedule a free roof inspection today and ask about the special discount only for Red Sox fans. Call 844-611-LONG or visit longhome.com.
Because trust goes a long way. Go!
Star Market has your chance to attend the world's biggest soccer games here in Massachusetts. And you could be at Boston Stadium for the excitement. Simply redeem your Star Market grocery reward points for the sweepstakes entry offers in the Star Market Deals and Delivery app to enter. Boost your chances to win by clipping the 4-time points multiplier and shopping select Lay's products. Learn more at starmarket.com/soccer sweeps.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
When you've got a commercial painting project, you need more than ladders and drop cloths. You need it to be drama-free. So when you choose Arch Painting, you get the expertise of your own team. That includes a dedicated project manager like Sarah.
At Arch Painting, we're in your corner from start to finish. Plus, with 800 crews, many of them local to you, we're on site fast.
And when it comes to next-level accountability, we back you up at every level of the organization, from our CEO to our sales team.
Our Arch Painting White Glove Guarantee is the industry's only guarantee that starts with no money down and comes with concierge service that lasts long after the paint dries.
Plus, you can count on a strong reputation that started with our founder.
I'm Joe Giacalone, founder of Arch Painting. We've got 30 years of experience transforming spaces and building relationships. So when you're looking for a premier commercial painting partner, the Arch team is ready to roll.
Go to archpainting.com for a free estimate. Arch Painting, your project, our passion.
Hey everybody, it's Andy Hart here. One of the coolest parts about dropping the weight with Awaken 180 is what happens after. Because once the weight came off, all of a sudden I'm looking around going, all right, what can I do now that I couldn't do before? So when I joined the Best Shape of My Life Club, I set a goal to run 75 miles in a month, more than double what I'd normally run. And I didn't just get there, I hit it in 26 days. That's the difference. This isn't about losing weight. It's about what losing weight allows you to do next. And knowing you can keep it off medication-free matters, because then the goals stop being just get through this. Now, maybe it's running more, walking 18 holes, keeping up with your kids, whatever it is. Awaken 180 gets the weight off fast, helps you keep it off, and lets you start chasing goals that actually sound fun. All medication-free. Do what we all did. Awaken180weightloss.com.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action. This is Red Sox Baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It is gone! Say Doug! Say good night! Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over! And the Red Sox win! Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win!
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Subaru of New England. Don't miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event.
23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Nissan. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com. Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good. By Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Morgan & Morgan. America's largest injury law firm. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. 110 Grill. Visit any of their 33 locations all throughout New England. McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services.
Way back by the wall. Off the wall. The Red Sox win.
Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig.
Way back. Grand slam.
Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. North Shore Care Supply. Try North Shore adult diapers at northshore.com today. Veterinary Emergency Group, sponsored by Veg, ER for Pets, the official emergency veterinarian group of Red Sox Radio. Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
Under the roof at Daikin Park, the home of the Houston Astros, where tonight the Boston Red Sox play the middle game of their three-game series, looking to flush the memory of a devastating, disappointing loss last night, 8-1 in the opener. Still just Game 5 of this 2026 season, and that means last stop in the first turn through the rotation and our first look at Brian Bayo, who comes in with a lot of expectations, a lot of confidence after a really good spring and World Baseball Classic. Red Sox offense in desperate need of some activity, but they've got their work cut out tonight because Hunter Brown, in some ways one of the unheralded superstar pitchers in the American League, he's on the mound for Joe Espada and the Astros. Sox have dropped their last three in a row. They come in 1 up and 3 down. The Astros 3 straight wins, and they're 3-2. The roof is closed. It's a beautiful Houston early spring evening, and we're delighted to bring Red Sox baseball to you once again on the radio. Along with Will Middlebrooks, I'm Will Fleming. And, well, that's the beautiful thing about this game. It's just won last night. It was a really tough watch. The Red Sox behind the 8 ball immediately. But they get to turn the page, and I think it should be really fun to watch Bayo pitch.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing most nights. Maybe not when you're facing Hunter Brown the next night. That's never fun because he's been phenomenal his time in the big leagues. Had 9 strikeouts in his last. His power arm could be trouble at times. So this offense is going to have to figure it out. A few of those guys not in the lineup tonight. Durbin getting a rest. Seems like that's needed, but I'm with you. Brian Bayo looked like a different guy in spring training. He made strides last year. Still waiting for him to take that big step forward and be the guy we all think he could be.
It's amazing. He still is relatively young and kind of entering his prime. Maybe the first step in a new chapter here tonight. We'll get you the full lineups in a moment, but it is noteworthy that neither Jarren Duran nor Caleb Durbin get the start tonight. Masa Yoshida, who has been really the king of quality at-bats when he's gotten opportunities, he's in the 3-hole tonight, and the outfield will stay sort of the same with Anthony, Cedon, and Abreu. But I think it's really impressive that Alex Cora sort of pivots on the fly to try to give this offense a charge.
Yeah, totally. Right, and I think we were all on board to see Wilyer Abreu maybe in that 3 spot, the way he's been swinging it. But you also have to think about getting other guys going, right? And that's one of those guys is Wilson Contreras. So Wilyer Abreu hitting behind him hopefully gets Contreras some fastballs in certain situations, get him going as well. Masa has had some really good at-bats. Not consistent at-bats, as he's been on the bench a lot. It's hard to come off the bench, but he's looked good. No hits yet, but he's been walking a ton.
I think that'll change tonight, even against the very difficult Hunter Brown. The national anthem tonight brought to you by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket always has the best deals on the Red Sox and on all your favorites in sports and entertainment. Visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Here is tonight's Stars Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so
Back in the heart of Texas, the Red Sox and the Astros. They're in the road grays. Roman Anthony in a crouch outside that third base dugout. He's kind of caught in between. We'll tell you all about that in just a moment. Hunter Brown is going to lead the Astros onto the diamond in a moment. Brian Bayo with a towel draped over his left shoulder. Alongside Connor Wong and Andrew Bailey walking back into the third base Red Sox dugout. Huge expectations on the 26-year-old going into this start and this season. Well, with the lineup cards exchanged already this evening, here's Will Middlebrooks with tonight's starting lineups.
There's the lineups brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the Boston Red Sox, Roman Anthony will lead off. He'll be in left field. Behind him, batting second, Trevor Story. He'll man shortstop. Masataka Yoshida gets a start at DH. He'll bat third. Wilson Contreras, once again, in that cleanup spot. He'll be at first base, followed by the red-hot Wilyer Abreu. He'll be in right. After him, will be Andrew Monasterio. Gets the start with Urban getting a breather. He'll play third base. Batting seventh, Marcelo Meyer at second. Batting eighth, Connor Wong. He'll do the catching. And rounding out the Red Sox, batting ninth, Cedon Rafaela. He'll be in center. For the Houston Astros, leading off will be Jeremy Pena. He's only played in 2 games so far. Had a sore finger. Had hurt that in the spring. He'll be at shortstop leading off. Yordan Alvarez batting second. Got to be careful with that guy. Always dangerous. Hit one out of here yesterday. Batting third, Jose Altuve, coming off a 4-for-4 2-homer game last night. He'll be at second base, batting third. In the cleanup spot, Carlos Correa, he'll play third. Christian Walker, been swinging a little better over the last couple days. He'll bat fifth and play first base. Joey Loperfido will be in left field, batting sixth. Batting seventh will be Cam Smith in right field. Yainer Diaz will do the catching, batting eighth. And batting ninth will be Jake Myers in center field. That's your Morgan & Morgan starting lineups.
It was sort of a throwback night last night with McCullers, Correa, Altuve all being so dominant. Of course, Yordan Alvarez made it feel like it was 2022 all over again. As Will just told you, they're all in there again. So a test for Bayo and a test for these hitters as Hunter Brown makes his way onto the mound here in Houston. The injury report is brought to you by CVS, who know that where you get your medicine matters. That's why CVS is by your side right when you need them most. Welcome to CVS, the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. Good news is there's no news there. Sandoval and Cutter were very good yesterday on the backfields down in Fort Myers, but so far so healthy for the Red Sox. All right, Will. Well, he's in his warm-up tosses on the mound. Third in the Cy Young a year ago. This dude has broken onto the scene and become the next great right-handed Astros starters. What a run they've had of those. His stuff is electric. What's the book on Hunter Brown?
With those gas, first and foremost, so you're going to see mid to upper 90s fastball average, almost 97 on the four-seamer. In his last outing, or first outing this year against the Angels, he actually threw 30-plus curveballs. So he got a ton of strikeouts on those. He can lose his command at times, effectively wild, if you may. He had 4 walks in his last start. So the Red Sox, who have had a big-time problem getting pitchers over the plate and not chasing out of the zone, kind of need to dial him in, because if you're chasing against him, it'll be big-time trouble.
It was one of the stories of last night, and really going back to the weekend series in Cincinnati, particularly the heart of the order for the Red Sox, including Story and Duran. They have chased pitches and swung and missed at them at rates that are just not really in line with their careers. All right, the throw goes down to second base, and that means we are ready for a ball game. And boy, could the Red Sox use a jolt from their leadoff man, Roman Anthony, who's got such fond memories of this ballpark, his exploits in the WBC. Since getting on base 4 times in the season opener in Cincinnati, Roman has been in a funk. He's 4 for his first 17, and he's really swung and missed a lot more than usual. I'm not sure what the delay is. Hunter Brown has walked off the back slope of the mound, maybe waiting for one of the bullpen doors to close out in left field for the Red Sox. Some guests have made their way off the diamond, and now Hunter Brown is ready to go. He sure looks the part, does Hunter Brown. 6'2", but listed at 220. He is put together, and the big, strong right-hander into the line. The first pitch of the game comes home, and Roman takes a fastball for a strike. Right on the corner. 7:11 p.m. Temperature controlled, always 73 degrees with the roof closed here at the yard they call Dyken Park. 83 outside, 0-1. Roman takes another perfect fastball, and it's 0-2. Time and Temp is brought to you by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance, made for Boston sports fans. PlymouthRock.com/Red Sox. The ball's 2 strikes to Roman. I don't know why on nights like this they don't open the roof. If not now, then when? 0-2. Roman stands at the back of the box. The pitch is right there. I don't know what he's looking for there. I mean, that's 3 center-cut fastballs. He is definitely in a little rut right now, and there's one away.
Yeah, hitters like that, you can tell when they're thinking too much or looking for a certain pitch when you don't want Roman Anthony losing his aggression. And like you said, those were 3 fastballs that were really good pitches to hit around the middle of the plate.
I mean, especially the 0-2. You maybe get comfortable a bit. That does not make a lot of sense, and that does not look like Roman Anthony. All right, here's Trevor Story. The pitch to him is another heater right down central, and it's 0-1. Trevor did double in the 7th inning last night, was 1 for 4 with 2 more strikeouts. It's 4 fastballs in the heart of the plate from Brown, who's 0-1, comes home, and it's a foul straight back. He's ready to go there. You look at this guy's baseball savant page, and it looks like a crime scene. I mean, everything is bright red. He is one of the elite right-handers in the game.
It's like they're going up there looking for all those curveballs he threw in his last outing, but when a guy throws 97, 98, I'm sorry. You got to be ready for the fastball.
Roman Anthony is sharing some conversation with Marcelo and Contreras about what he saw. Well, he saw dead red. Here's the 0-2. There's a curveball that was spiked way out in front of the plate. I always find, Will, it's a fine line. I mean, there are more meetings and plans and video today in modern baseball, and I think that's important. You want to be armed in the batter's box with as much info as you can be, but that was just, I thought, paralysis by overanalysis.
I was at my best when I was a caveman up there. I wanted as little information as possible.
That was easy for you. 1-2 is a chopper foul on the third base side. It isn't the whole idea, no matter what, at a foundational level, react to the fastball?
Well, especially nowadays when it's everything's 95 to 100, you can't sit off speed and get to that. It's impossible. You can't even foul that off.
1-2 to Trevor Story. 1 down in the top of the first. The Red Sox have not gotten off to good starts this season. Here's the 1-2. And it is just outside of fastball. Good take there by Trevor, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's the one. Brown likes to take that four-seamer up and away from righties for some swing and miss. He has a lot of success on that location.
The pitch that's gotten Trevor early in this year is spin away. 2-2. Here's the pitch, and it is a fastball swung on and missed. He blew it by him. I believe that was 98 miles an hour, 2 punch-outs. And look, you're facing great starting pitching early in the season, so it's not easy in the first inning. But with your best hitters, you expect more rallies, and the Red Sox have gotten so little of that to start the year. So here now Massa batting in the 3-hole for the first time, starting as the designated hitter. The pitch to him is a high fastball, ball 1. Behind Brown, Walker at first, Altuve at second, Pena the shortstop with Correa, who was awesome last night. He's at third here. Myers in center, Smith in right, and Loper Fido out in left. Brown's 1-0 to Massa is high with a fastball. Defensive alignment brought to you by James Hardy. Hardy Siding is America's #1 brand of siding. Brown wasn't happy with that. It's for a walk. Any adjustments when a fastball's this heavy?
Well, you got to get him down in the zone.
2-0. That was right in there.
Yeah, he's got that ride. You hear the term ride. He spins it well, whatever. He got the rising fastball. He's got one of those. And when it's at 98 and top of the zone with that action, it's going to play more like 100.
He's got such clean mechanics. 2-1 pitch. He is a little high. Everything's simple and just right down the line.
If you watch, you're not going to be able to unsee this. The mechanics are just like Justin Verlander. And he learned those from him when he was here in Houston.
Pretty good guy to emulate.
Yeah.
Just no wasted motion. Tree trunk legs on this young man. 3-1. Massa's ready. The pitch is inside, ball 4. So Massa walks for the 4th time this year. And the Red Sox have a 2-out base runner in the first. Shuttle run down to the bag. And here's Wilson Contreras. And this guy Brown had an unreal 2025. He's a workhorse, too. He made 31 starts for the 2nd consecutive year. 2.43 ERA. Here's Contreras, who's looked great before the games 2 days in a row. See if he can bring it to the diamond. The pitch is high and in. Good take. Fastball 1-0.
It's kind of the thing with him, and that's probably why you saw Roman and Trevor pretty patient. Obviously, you don't want Roman taking that many fastballs over the heart of the plate, but that's the thing with him is he will throw balls, and he needs hitters to chase that fastball up because that's what keeps his pitch count down.
Season ago, 206 strikeouts against only 57 walks. Massa has walked. He's at first. 1-0 to Contreras. Here's the pitch, and it is a ball low. They tried to frame it. They're going to challenge in the first inning. That was really close, it seemed.
Pitch is called a ball.
That is an aggressive challenge by Yainer Diaz.
It looked like a strike to me, honestly.
And it was. Replay confirms.
That's the thing with guys with fastballs like this. Obviously, you can get above bats at the top of the zone, but it looks like it's going to be down, and that backspin and velocity kind of flatten it out, and it stays at the knees instead of continuing down. Gravity doesn't affect it as much.
It's one of those Diaz better be right on this early in the game. 1-1 to Contreras. The pitch is a broken bat liner to short, and it's caught in the air by Pena. Got in on the hands of Contreras. Hitting over. We go to the bottom of the first. Brian Bayo's debut in this 26th season. Got some tough hitters. Pena, Alvarez, and Altuve after this. Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Spring is back in Red Sox Nation, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together. Your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As the official lawn care provider of the Boston Red Sox, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass. Built for life's big and small moments. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Ouch! Check from behind. Man, that's gotta hurt. I'd hire Morgan & Morgan if I were them. What? Yeah, Dan, America's largest injury law firm. They serve up justice, ice, cold, law. Know what I mean? I guess. Their gloves come off when they fight for you. Okay. I'm talking a settlement slap shot. Shouldn't we be talking about the game? Yeah, Dan. Morgan & Morgan.
Proud partner of the Boston Bruins. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Just in time for Easter dinner, ham is now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Pick up Signature Select Spiral Sliced Ham bone-in for only 99 cents a pound. Limit 2 while supplies last. Shaw's and Star Market. Proud to be local since 1860.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Jeremy Pena facing Brian Bayos. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score in Houston. The pitch is lined into shallow center field, and it's down for a hit. So just like last night, one pitch and a base runner. Pena, the Rhode Island kid, Maine grad, rookie of the year, postseason hero. He's working back from a finger fracture. No signs of pain there. A leadoff hit.
Yeah, not a bad pitch. Fastball, top of the zone. Just trying to get ahead in the count. Two-seamer up at 94. Got in on the hands of Pena, but dunked in.
There's Jordan Alvarez, and what a night he had last night. What a terrifying presence he is. The pitch, swing and a miss. Now that was a great sinker, 94 away from Jordan. And it's 0-1. Pena actually finished 5th in the Rookie of the Year, but he burst onto the scene, replacing Carlos Correa, who's back, of course, with these Astros. It feels imperative in this series to get the hitter in front of Alvarez out, and the Red Sox have not done that. One on, none out. Claimed a pull on the infield. Fearsome Alvarez swings and fouls it off. That was a changeup and a really good one. He's throwing it harder now, 87, but he's found a grip and a spin that really works.
Yeah, I feel like his arm slot, where his release point is a tick higher. So it's creating more downward movement. Maybe he feels like he has better control. Those are two good spots to Alvarez.
0-2. Jordan's 3 for 5 with a homer against Bayo. Here, a curveball, the first he's thrown in a regular season game, is down, and that's a new weapon for him. You talked about the release point, the arm angle. We remember he came up sort of three-quarter. It was that two-seam and the changeup that were his magic weapons. But he is a complete pitcher, much more so now. Cutters, sliders, curveballs. He didn't throw the slider too much in camp, 1 and 2. Marcelo in the hole at second base. Jordan waits. Bayo throws. And a fastball fouled off. That was the two-seamer, 95, and it stays 1 and 2.
He was trying to freeze him there. Wong set up in. He wanted that front door two-seamer to try to freeze Alvarez. That one leaked back over the middle of the plate.
As someone who's watched every one of his starts, basically, I'm just going to tell you, he knows himself. When he does that, he struggles. It never seems to work when he holds for too long. The 1-2 is low. He did it again there with the pitch clock down to 2. Now, that's a good location against Alvarez. I always have thought Bayo is at his best when he gets it and throws it.
Yeah, and I know he needs to worry about Alvarez. It's also trying to control the run game because Pena will go.
I care more about Alvarez than anything. 2 and 2. Outfield very deep. The pitch is drilled high and deep into center field. It is crushed. Cedon is back onto the warning track. He will leap and not get it. It's off the wall. It caroms past Cedon. Pena comes to third. He will score. It's a dead center double for Jordan, who's tormenting the Red Sox. And just like that, the Astros lead it 1-0.
Yeah, four-seam fastball from Brian Bayo right there, trying to go up top, get some swing and miss. Leaked back down over the middle. We've seen it. You've seen it for years. You can't miss over the heart of the plate to a hitter like Jordan Alvarez.
And look, I know it's important to worry about the base runner and alter your cadences. That dude right there is one of the most fearsome hitters in the game. Lock in on him. Here's Altuve, who had 4 hits, was on base 5 times. The Red Sox behind immediately already. Here's Altuve, and he takes outside. That's the first cutter that Brian has thrown. And that's ball 1. In his career, Bayo's pitched great against the Astros. This is his 4th start coming in. He had a wonderful ERA below 3 against the Stros. 2.19. Just 3 runs in 12 1/3, but already 1 in here. 1-0. Swing and a miss. He had a little extra on that. 96. That is giddy up on the two-seam, and it's 1-1. Bayo's first pitch brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. Hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. That baseball needed Jeffrey Glassman after Jordan connected. The 1-1 is a broken bat, soft grounder to the left side. Andrew Monasterio's first chance. He comes in, gloves, and throws to first. It's a productive out. They'll take it. Altuve is the first out, and on the play, Alvarez over to third.
Yeah, made some good pitches in that at bat. That was a very good sinker. 95, started middle in, ran off the plate, and it was just firewood after that for Altuve.
Monasterio's at third with Story now in with Meyer at second. Contreras will do the same at first. Cedon, as you know, anchors the outfield with Abreu in right and Roman in left. All right, here's Carlos Correa, who was awesome with the glove last night. Infield in. Beauty. Good pitch there from Bayo. Good cutter on the inside corner for strike 1. Correa 5 for his first 20 to start the year. 2 runs driven in. 0-1. A lot of angles on the infield. Everybody pulled in the pitch. Curveball fouled off. He got away with one there. I mean, it's more like the sweeper they say up on the board. That was a little loopy.
Yeah, I feel like that's not a good pitch in this situation. That breaking balls like that tend to get more fly ball action. He wants the ball on the ground right here.
Which for so much of his career has been his superpower. 4th best ground ball rate in the American League last year. 0-2. Like a strikeout, too.
Yeah, that'd be nice. A little change up down and in.
The old right on right. Correa in his career has just been so good in these spots. Great plan at the plate. 0-2. Alvarez at third. Pitch is a little low. I mean, Alvarez is not that fleet of foot, so the infield has got to be thinking you can come home if he breaks on a lot of different balls.
Yeah, they're not all the way in. They're a little few steps back on the dirt to give yourself a little more range just because of that. Exactly.
1 in, 1 out in the first. 1-2 to Correa with Alvarez at third. Bayo throws. And a swing and a miss. That's great. Curveball on the outside corner, and they're 2 away.
That was filthy. He went to the changeup down and in. The pitch before that, Correa, obviously knowing he likes that pitch, wants the ball on the ground, took it. This curveball was filthy. Started middle in and broke all the way down off the plate away.
Well, that pitch right there is an example of something that Bayo got so much better at last year. He's not out of the woods yet, but in terms of limiting damage, stemming the tide within innings. Here's Christian Walker, right-handed hitter, the pitch. That's a beauty. I mean, that bends in there. That's a cut fastball, and it's 0-1.
Well, that's what you're hoping from Bayo. I mean, developing as a pitcher and not a thrower, and it's constant tweaks and changes to mechanics and pitch types, and you're seeing them develop right now.
Well, there's an emotional maturity about it as well. 0-1. The pitch. Fastball, that's a good purpose pitch in on the hands. He did not go off the plate, but some real velocity there, 1-1. The Red Sox feel like once he came back from spending time with the Dominican team and the WBC, he was a different guy.
Well, anytime you can sit down at the same table and have conversations with Albert Pujols, he can teach you a few things.
And he did. Talked a lot about sequencing and mentality. The 1-1. Chopper on the right side. Marcelo's got it. Room service hop. Contreras to the bag. Throw there in time. And the inning is over. Well, I mean, Alvarez is just that hot right now. He and Pena put a run up, but nice job by Bayo to limit it right there. We go to the second inning, 1-0 Houston. The Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Spring has sprung, and Shaw's and Star Market can help you go and enjoy it. Download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app and save time by grocery shopping online. Right now, get $30 off your first online pickup or delivery order when you spend $75 or more. Enter promo code SAVE30.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturrow Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Ooh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY industry reported total sales.
Whoop. Sleep better, train smarter, recover faster, and feel healthier. Understand and optimize your sleep. Get coaching and insights for every age, stage, and cycle. Track over 140 habits. Get a 360 view of your training and workouts. Never miss a second of data with a wireless and waterproof charger. Expect all new features all the time.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox open. Wilyer Abreu can take them a little higher here as we go into the top of the second inning. 1-0 Astros. Wilyer, as hot as a pistol, takes a fastball high and outside for ball one. There's something about this dude in the first week of the season. It's now 2 years in a row. He's been essentially the best hitter in the game for the first 5 or 6 ball games. The 1-0. Wilyer takes one close, but a ball. They're going to pitch carefully to him. I mean, he's got as many RBIs as the rest of the team combined coming in.
Yeah, you know, he's the hottest hitter, and you have a guy in Monasterio behind you that they're not exactly scared of.
So Hunter Brown will make his pitches. The 2-0 is popped up. Shallow left field. That was a fastball at 95. Back goes Cora, and on the pedal, he's there to make the play. That'll disappoint Wilyer. Good thought process. He just missed, and there's one away.
Yeah, all those pitches right there in that at-bat, up and away. They don't want to go into Wilyer as much as he's been pulling the ball out of the ballpark.
So here now, Andrew Monasterio. He came on as pinch hitter and a defensive guy in Game 2 of the season. He was 1 for 2 with a double down the left field line, and here he gets his first Red Sox start. He's a high-energy, very likable young man. Monasterio came over from the Brewers, of course. Fastball from Brown. Right there on the inside corner, the heart of the Red Sox order, brought to you by Amvutra. Ask your doctor about Amvutra and visit amvutra.com. Right-handed hitter, Monasterio. Pitch is right there. Strike. These Red Sox hitters have taken too many quality fastballs for strikes.
It's been this way for the last 4 games. Well, I guess not game 1, the last 3 games, but taking fastballs, good ones, down the heart of the plate and then chasing.
0-2 is low. He did not chase that one. Monasterio, for those just getting to know him, 28 years old, from Caracas. This is his 13th pro season. He broke into the big leagues with the Brewers back in 23. They love his versatility on the dirt. He can swing it a little bit, too. 1-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased that one. I mean, that's just nasty. 92. And that's why, against a guy like this, Will, he's going to do that to you in advantage counts. When you get one to hammer, you have to.
That's it. Hunt the fastball. At some point in your at-bat, you're going to get a fastball. It's maybe 98, but that's probably going to be your best pitch to hit because his off-speed's filth.
Already 3 strikeouts. Red Sox trail 1-0. Here's Marcelo Meyer. He's the 7th batter, brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. Marcelo, wide stance, waggles the bat up and down. The pitch way outside. Hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman all 7s. It's 6-1-7 and then 7-7s. We'll see if Marcelo can handle big velocity here. You know he'll get it. 1-0. Here's the pitch. And he did not get it there. That was a changeup. I believe that's the first he's thrown. Here you go, Rook, and it's 1-1.
A good little sequence through 97-mile-per-hour sinker, first pitch away, and then changeup right off of that. You said Monasterio's 13th pro season?
In the just pro ball.
Yeah, that's what I meant, but that means he signed when he was 16.
Yeah. 1-1 is outside. Yeah, he started with the Venezuela Cubs back in 2014.
That's awesome. Unbelievable.
He's a little jitterbug out there, too. The guys really gravitate to him. Not much dancing around these last 3 days, though, for the Sox. 2-1 to Marcelo. The pitch is a check swing. He did not go. That was a curveball down and in. And it's 3-1 with Connor Wong out on deck.
That's a great take. Good chance he leans back for that 4-seamer. Right here, 3-1, elevate something.
Get ready to put a charge into it. Marcelo waits. Here's the 3-1. And he takes right there for a strike, and it's 3-2. As I mentioned yesterday, Marcelo said, I want to hit one in the Crawford boxes, which, I mean, that's the right approach in this ballpark. And actually, this is a good pitcher to think that way against.
Especially if he's going to keep spinning the ball and throwing them changeups.
3-2. 2 down in the second. Brown comes home, and Marcelo swings and grounds one up the middle. The second baseman, Altuve, to his right, backhands, and with a little hop, he throws the first, and the Red Sox go down in order in the second. What can Brown do for you? A lot for the Astros, apparently. We go to the second inning. Bayo back to the mound, 1-0 Houston on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. I've had the privilege of seeing miracles, broken families rebuilt, every crash, every workplace injury, every medical mistake. Fighting back can work. We've gone toe-to-toe with insurance giants, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion recovered. Size matters. Reputation matters. Results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan is responsible for this ad. John Morgan is licensed in Florida and Tennessee. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Spring is back at Red Sox Nation, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together. Your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As the official lawn care provider of the Boston Red Sox, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass. Built for life's big and small moments. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
It's tax refund season, and Bob's is bringing the wow back. Get wow-worthy prices on best-selling pieces like my Playday sectional with pop-up sleeper for just $7.99. Wow. I've even got flexible financing options on feature-packed bedrooms and Consumer Reports recommended mattresses. Whoa. And with tons of styles ready to ship and old furniture removal, you can get your new furniture fast and easy.
Wow.
So don't forget, your tax refund goes further at Bob's Discount Furniture. Oh, my Bob.
Look for the WEEI Street Team in and around Fenway Park on opening day this Friday. Snap a pic with our opening day commemorative photo frame and scan the QR code to enter for a chance to win a Shaw's gift card. Brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Joey Loperfido is on from the left side to face Brian Bayo. The infield way over to pull with Monasterio in on the grass at third. Loperfido swings and misses at a first pitch cutter from Bayo. He looks really sharp so far, does Brian. I mean, one mistake to Alvarez, but it's hard to even say anything against that dude. Is a mistake. He's that hot and that good right now. 1 to Loperfido. Feet close together. Bayo fires a ball just outside. Get you caught up in the Subaru of New England scoreboard in a moment. With so much to love, you don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 1-1, the pitch. Beautiful changeup. Now that's the good one right there. Downward bite away from the lefty, 1-2.
I think part of the reason Bayo's in a lot better spot, obviously he made some tweaks in the WBC, but he also got down to Fort Myers in January to make sure he was ready because he was delayed last year because of arm fatigue and some other issues.
Looking to take the next step. 1-2. Pitch is down and in. A curve that was taken. Last night in their 8 trips to the plate, the Astros got the leadoff man aboard 6 times. That is no way to live. Bayo always works out of this modified stretch. Now he made that change a couple of years ago, but even still, less pressure when the bases are clear. 2-2, the pitch. Ground ball on the right side. They will get the leadoff man here. Marcelo's so smooth. He throws to first in time. And there's one away. Here now Cam Smith. Red Sox gave Bayo the big contract extension just before their final spring training tune-up 2 years ago in the Dominican Republic. He really struggled that season, lost the changeup and his command. Pitch to Smith is a fastball that misses high. But of course, at that time, still just 24 years old. An amazing life journey for him from Samaná up in the northeast corner of the DR. Had to leave home when he was a teenager to pursue his dream. Came from very little, the 1-0. He has a strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-1.
I think so far what I like with Brian Bayo, you're seeing him land every pitch for a strike. Early in counts, first 2-3 pitches, he can land it for strikes and then expand once he gets beyond that.
Don't you think his mechanics look super clean, too?
Clean, yeah.
1-1, compact delivery. That's a good pitch, but a good take as well for Cam Smith. That was another curveball. He looks really good with that pitch, and it's 2-1.
It's almost slurvy. It's like a mix between the curveball and the sweeper. I guess that'd be a swervy.
A swerve. Here's the 2-1. And that is a, swing down the third base line. Wong has got no chance. He slides foot first, but a swinging bunt hit for Cam Smith. Remember when a couple years ago, we first learned sweeper and all this stuff, and there was a pitch that was a combination between, what was it, a sweeper and a cutter? I don't know what the umpire just said, but and they called it a slutter.
Yeah, that one I had a feeling wasn't going to really stick around. It was normally pretty dirty when they threw it, though. Got him. Second inning, and I got you already. Wait till my diaper read.
The Red Sox could, again, use some runs. Here's Yainer Diaz. 1 on, 1 out, 1-0 Astros. That's such bad luck right there. Made a good pitch. Bad break. Smith leads. The pitch is just inside. That was close. Got to think a ball, and it's 1-0. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, Texas is in Baltimore, and they're blasting the O's 7-3. Rangers are 3-1 and off to a really hot start. 1-0. Popped up. Back of the plate. Looks like it'll make the seats. It will. Connor gives it a look, but that is out of play. Of course, Semien is now with the New York Mets. The Rangers got Nimmo in exchange. He's got 2 hits tonight. White Langford, people think he's going to have some breakout season. Seager, Jack Peterson back in there for them. And Danny Jansen hit a 3-run homer.
Oh, wow.
In that game. Sports goggles and all. 1 down, bottom 2. 1-0 Astros. Yainer Diaz waits. Double play depth behind Bayo. He's a specialist at that. Love one here. Runner goes. The pitch is a ground ball to third. Monasterio gloves. Little snow cone. He plants. Throws to first just in time. Good thing they ran there, I think they would have doubled Diaz off. Sometimes the little things in ball games add up. But a good pitch. Man, they're 2 down for Jake Myers.
Yeah, I'm just loving the command from Bayo, right? I mean, everything is to the edges or off. And then he gets in certain counts where he feels like it's an active count. He's going to get a swing, and he changes speeds. He's deceptive. So far, so good. I know he's given up the run. I get it. But I like what I see to this point.
Pirates are all over the Reds. 6-1. I think we got a little issue here where the umpire is telling the clock operator to do things, and it is going over the public address system. So it's like their personal communications are going to the whole yard.
I like a good hot mic. You never know what you're going to get. Could be good.
Oh, here's Jake Myers, runner at second with 2 down. Here's the pitch, and that is outside. It's a challenge for everybody. I mean, we need it so much because they're telling us when pitches are challenged, so that is always open, but there should just be a signal for that. You don't have to walkie-talkie up to the booth. But you know what? I've always said use the mic more, so who's complaining? 1-0 to Jake Myers. 2 down, bottom 2, the pitch. Is a swing and a miss. He could not hold up there. This home plate umpire, Mark Wegner, the crew chief, not exactly in a hurry, but gets it right. He and Adam Beck share the same tempo. Phillies lead the Nats 3-2. How about the start the Washington Nationals offense has had? We had a Schwarbomb in that game. The 1-1 is fouled back. I think Brian got away with one there. His curveball's been good, but that was kind of a looper, but Myers not ready for it. 1-2.
Well, I know he's got the curveball and the sweeper. I don't know if it's the same pitch, and sometimes he gets around it and it turns into that, but the ones that have come up as sweepers have been the ones that have been mistakes. So it's almost like he gets around it a little bit, doesn't finish the pitch.
1-2. Pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Blew him away. El Nino. Excelente. We go to the 3rd inning. 1-0. Houston for the Red Sox. Yep, it'll be Wong, Rafaela, and then Roman. On the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For 130 years, Drake's Cakes have made life a little sweeter. From classics like Ringdings, Yodels, and Devil Dogs to new limited-time flavors. Try the Macchiato Devil Dog today. Creamy macchiato filling between 2 rich Devil's Food Cakes. And coming soon, salty caramel Devil Dogs. Life's better with cake. Drake's Cakes.
Jeffrey Glassman Injury Attorneys have been Boston's go-to injury attorneys for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you've got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. That's 617-777-7777.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
It's baseball season in New England. Sox fans emerge from hiding, their instincts roused by a call.
Hot dogs here.
They roost between Lansdowne and Jersey Street, their primitive chants heard for miles.
Let's go, Red Sox!
Colorful creatures, aren't they? To witness these traditions is truly remarkable.
New season, same Sox fans. Here's to a great year. Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com/Red Sox.
You're out of there, leaky store brands. When all else fails, switch to North Shore Adult Diapers. That's total lockdown protection for even the heaviest control problems. Try North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com today and focus on life, not leaks.
Hi, this is Connor Wong. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Here's Connor Wong, couple of hits in his lone start this season, facing Hunter Brown to lead off the 3rd, and he swings and fouls it off. Well, there's an adjustment. First pitch fastball. They offer at it. Spoiled foul on the first base side, 0-1.
Hey, just in time for Easter dinner, ham is now on sale at Shaws and Star Market. Pick up Signature Select Spiral Sliced Ham Bone in for only 99 cents a pound. Limit 2 while supplies last.
0-1. Swing a liner foul. So 2 heaters, 2 strikes.
Like how I sped that up.
That was very good.
Internal clock.
Getting good at this.
It's like an infielder, but for reading.
Plenty of time with me going down the line. Injured Giraffe. 0-2. I like a little mustard on my Easter ham.
Mustard.
Yeah, a little honey mustard, preferably. 0-2 to Connor Wong. Pitch. That is right there. Fastball on the corner, strike 3. He was uncertain about that, but again, in a 2-strike count, too close to take. So Brown's got 4 strikeouts, and here's Cedon. I'll tell you what, we always talk about selectivity for Cedon. If he gets a fastball like so many Red Sox hitters have gotten, I want him to try to hit it through the windows behind the Crawford boxes. 1 out, base is empty. Here's the pitch, and it is a fastball for a strike. That's on the dotted. Inside corner.
Yeah, you're not looking for that one.
No. Sinker.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter is challenging.
It's the first pitch with the bases empty.
Yeah, that's really close, too.
You just can't do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. That is totally.
Pitch is confirmed.
Like, what are we challenging that for? I don't get that.
It's I don't understand, Will, how they've not had a meeting that says do not do this in the first 6-7 innings.
It wasn't to punch you out either. It was the first pitch of the at-bat.
0-1 pitch is right there. I mean, what is going on? These fastballs are dead center taken. I'm sorry. This is now 5 games. I get the human element. Everybody's learning it. It's new. They keep challenging and getting it wrong early in games in low-leverage spots. Cannot happen. 0-2, and Cedon takes a breaking ball outside 1-2. It's one thing if even in this 3rd inning, if it's 2nd and 3rd, say, and he thinks, all right, that first pitch might swing the count. Not here. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. I think he went around. No, he didn't. They'll check, and he did not go through. I think that's 3 games in a row the Red Sox have lost a challenge in the 3rd inning.
Can't happen. Just can't happen. And now you feel like you can't challenge anything. You just got to, hold on until late in the game.
2-2. Here's the pitch. That's right there. That is as bad an at-bat as you will see all year. It just is. You challenge a pitch, you lose one, and you take 2 fastballs right down the heart of the plate. They're 2 down. And not to belabor the point, Will, but this is new. I get it. There's adrenaline. It's the human element. I don't understand how there's not just a hard and fast rule. You cannot do this. Here's Roman Anthony with 2 down and the base is empty. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
You knew he was coming unglued.
Definitely.
After the first at-bat, taking 3 over the hard.
So that's 5 strikeouts for Hunter Brown, and Roman wants to gather himself and take a breath. Again, I don't mean to be too hard on Cedon. That, to me, is just, you cannot let that happen.
It's been happening too much. Whether it's him or Narvaez behind the plate or Roman, it just, got to figure that out.
3rd inning, the bases are empty. The 0-1 is fouled off. I think Roman, we speculated on this a little bit, Will. After the little mini slump he's in here, this feels like the kind of game against a pitcher like Brown. He might find that extra gear. But he's behind 0-2. 2 down, base is empty. Pitch to Roman. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball. And the inning is over. Frustrating. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 Astros in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Let's face it. You can't control energy prices. But there's good news. You can control how efficiently your home heats and cools. I'm Scott McFarland. If your system is older, you could be paying more than you need to in energy bills. Right now, save up to $1,800 on a new Lennox home comfort system, plus an additional $500 from McFarland Energy. Take control of your energy costs, improve your comfort, and start saving. Visit McFarlaneEnergy.com today. McFarland Energy, generations of warmth and trust.
At Meineke, we are totally transparent. It's all about trust and doing car care right for you. At Meineke, our experienced and certified technicians perform a free digital e-inspection and send updates with pictures, videos, and notes directly to your phone or email. We want you to see what we see. That's Meineke Transparency. Visit Meineke.com today and schedule an appointment. Each Meineke location is individually owned and operated. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
Just in time for Easter dinner and ham sandwiches. Ham is on sale at Shaws and Star Market. Today through Thursday, pick up Signature Select Spiral Sliced Ham bone-in for only 99 cents a pound. Limit 2 while supplies last. That's right, save big on ham. And find other deals and rewards when you use the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Don't miss out on Spiral Sliced Ham. Shaw's in Star Market. Proud to be local since 1860.
It's Manchester and High Octane Harley's pre-owned spring clearance sale this week. Hundreds of Harleys tagged with liquidation pricing. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, 100% of applications considered. Save thousands this week. Only at Manchester and High Octane Harleys pre-owned spring clearance sale. Ends this Sunday. On approved credit.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ryan Baio is back on the mound for the bottom of the third. He's looked very sharp. The Astros do, though, lead 1-0. Sox without a hit so far against the very good Hunter Brown as Jeremy Pena swings and misses. A good cut fastball and its own one. League leaders brought to you by AZEK Exteriors, the leaders in exterior trim molding. How about the D-backs? They're 3 for 3 in challenges this year. Yankees are 10 for 11, which is 2 more correct challenges than any other team. The Red Sox have not been good at all after that big one from Roman on opening day. 1-1 to Pena, a huge hitter to get in front of Alvarez. The pitch, close, but a ball, curve, and it's 1-1.
I hate how 1 run feels like 5 right now.
Combination of the struggles and the guy on the mound.
100%.
1-1, they're backed up to this right-handed hitter. And Black Bear, who singled his first time. Here he takes a ball. Change up, good pitch, but it was low. 2-1.
We got to get this guy out. You got a monster on deck. And now he has Altuve, who's on a heater.
Stop the clock. I really think that, Alex Cora's got his hand on his head. He looks frustrated, and I do not blame him. These are the things that just don't look good. The 2-1 strike on the outside corner. He is such a player's manager. He empowers guys, and that's one of his strengths. You want guys to feel the freedom to do what they feel like they need to do. I really believe a concrete change has got to happen here. 2-2. The pitch is a ground ball on the right side. Marcelo to his left. He's got it. Throws first in time. And there's one away. In other words, Will, don't you think there needs to be a meeting that says, fellas, I'm sorry. Before the 6th inning, if the bases are empty, we're not challenging.
I'd be surprised that those conversations haven't happened after, losing all your challenges in the top of the third in Cincinnati. What was that, game 2?
Yep. And look, Cedon is so intent on improving his swing decisions and taking the good ones, but that's just, in no world is that the spot to challenge. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Pitch. High fly into right field, but off the end of the bat. Willier's got room. He makes the play, and they're 2 down. They got him out. That's good stuff from Baio.
I was just about to say, I'm fine if he didn't see 1 pitch to hit.
No kidding. Yep, when you get him up there where the base is empty.
And that's saying a lot, considering Altuve went 4 for 4 with 2 bombs last night.
Listen,
but that's how good Alvarez is, and he has great numbers against Baio.
He is in that category. People don't talk about him in that rarefied air like Judge and Ohtani. He's the same kind of hitter. He really is. Here's Altuve. Pitch. That was close, but a ball. Curveball missed outside, 1-0.
And that pitch to Yordan, actually, now that I look back at the tracker, it's a curveball about 8 inches below the zone. Well, perfect.
Yeah, make your pitches.
Thank you.
He's on a heater.
If you walk, sure.
Third inning is brought to you by Citgo, club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents a gallon on your first fill-up. Fleming Will Middlebrooks in H-Town, the 1-0. Just low.
It's hard to throw it low to Altuve, and it not hit the ground.
Yep, the new ABS system. Everybody's got their individualized strike zone. He's got to have the smallest in the league. 2-0. Baio at the belt. Throws a fastball that almost buzzed the tower, up and in, 3-0. I do think, in some ways, given how hot he's been to start the season, similar logic applies to Altuve here.
Yeah, it's got to.
Base is empty. Got Cora on deck. He can be dangerous, but he's not nearly as hot as Altuve. 3-0. That is high, ball 4. None of those were bad pitches per se. You'll take it. A 1-out walk, and here comes Correa. That is the first walk issued by Brian.
It felt somewhat intentional. The way he was trying to make perfect pitches just off the plate. And you know what? I'll take my chances with Correa.
And here he is. The series between the Red Sox and Astros is brought to you by James Hardy. Hardy Siding is America's #1 brand of siding. Correa takes just inside. So Bello, who needed 17 pitches in the first inning, is now throwing 44, right on pace. Kind of where you want to be if he can get Correa. 1 on, 2 down. Bottom 3, Astros lead the Red Sox 1-0. Bello at the belt. He throws. Swing and a miss. God, that pitch has been great tonight, that cutter, 1-1.
Yeah, it's sitting around 87, 88. You pair that up with that nasty 2-seamer, occasional 4-seamer up. You got 3 different pitches right there. Got it moving it all over the place.
Correa struck out swinging his first time. Brian's got 2 of those. Cedon shifts toward the gap in right center. 1-1 is exactly in that direction. Way back on it goes Abreu on the run. He can't get it. It bounces over the wall. That is a huge break for the Red Sox. Automatic double. That would have easily scored Altuve. So finally a little good fortune. It's a double for Correa. And the Astros have him at second and third. I thought Abreu had a chance to run that down.
Yeah, and that was a good pitch. It was a sinker. Maybe caught the bottom of the zone, maybe even below the zone. Correa went down and got it. Good piece of hitting to take that to right center. I thought Willier was on it in full stride, and it was just beyond his glove.
He is so good at ranging out to get balls like that.
That was a good pitch. That's it. Sometimes you just tip your cap, say, hey, you beat me.
Andrew Bailey comes to the mound. Red Sox on EEI brought to you by New England Ford dealers. It's the final days of truck month. Hurry in and secure your deal on a Ford truck. The official truck of the Boston Red Sox and Ford, official vehicle of Major League Baseball. The Red Sox need Bello to be Ford tough right here against Christian Walker.
That one had an expected batting average of .530, so that would have been a heck of a play by Abreu to get there. I still thought he had it.
Me too. We've gotten so accustomed to that. 2 Gold Gloves in a row. So 46 pitches thrown. The infield backed up. Second and third with 2 down. Here is Christian Walker. Grounded to Marcelo his first time. Pitch. Beauty.
Great pitch.
That's such a good cutter, and it's 0-1.
You know, the cutter and the sinker, he's throwing it exactly where he wants to throw it. Now, sometimes you're going to get beat on those pitches. Sure, that's baseball, but you got to like the command you're seeing so far.
Yeah, I mean, this new arm release point up a little bit more over the top. 0-1. That was a miss. Everything seems to be more synced up with him, just straight down the mound.
I think that's a big part of that. One, yes, looking at and working on your mechanics to become more consistent, but I think he's just more clear mentally, which helps a lot.
1-1 to Walker. Second and third, the Astros lead. Pitch. Beauty. I mean, that's a curveball. Swung on and missed. I'm not sure that PitchCom, whatever the pitch tracking, whatever, is picking up exactly what these are. They called that one a sweeper, but that looked really kind of 12-6.
Yeah, it did.
Time is called. One ball, 2 strikes. Big sequence here for Bello, trying to keep it right where it is. 1-run Houston lead. Skies darkening through the tall glass windows beyond the Crawford boxes in left. 1-2. Fouled right back. He challenged him right there. Fastball, the 4-seamer, 94. And it's 1-2. Last year, Will, reintroducing that pitch, it really kind of as a show me was really important.
Yeah, so that pitch should never be thrown for a strike unless it's the very top of the zone. That was middle, and that's where that's going to get hit.
1-2. Head on a swivel, he throws. And a good pick there by Wong on a curveball in the dirt in the left-handed box. Connor, he still goes down to the knee. The runner at third. I don't love that, but he picked that one.
I was going to say, call me old school. I understand the reasoning behind the one knee catching and stealing strikes and this and that. But there's a man on third base, and you're in a close game. Get your body in front of the ball.
Baseball just so often does not make that change. 2-2. He's down on a knee here. Bayo throws, and a fastball almost hit him. He checks his swing. He did not go around, and it's 3-2. So now it's been a long and taxing inning for Bayo.
It has. I know you have a base open here. You'd like to get the out, keep the pitch count down. Loperfido on deck. He's not exactly a feared hitter, put it that way. But you make a pitch here, but you can throw off speed and not have to worry about necessarily being perfect with the base open.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Altuve, third, Correa at second. It's a throwback in Houston. Payoff pitch comes home, and it is lined into left field. That's down for a hit. Altuve scores. Correa is being waved home. Roman's throw up the line. Tag is not in time. Correa got a foot on the plate. It's a 2-run bloop single, and the Astros lead it 3-0.
Well, he did go to the breaking ball right there, and it was a good one. It was actually a cutter just below the zone. I mean, look at that, Willie. I mean, right off the corner. It was a perfect pitch. Good piece of hitting. I really thought he was going to be out at home. Trying to see, did Connor maybe not hold on to the ball? Because I thought he got the tag on him. No, he just got his foot just ahead of it.
Well, sort of like the one that closed the game in Cincy. That was not a good throw by Roman.
No.
Here's the pitch, and that's outside. You know, we sing his praises rightly. There's no question. He has range out in the outfield, but throwing is still, I think, very much a work in progress.
Yeah, it's almost like he throws it into the ground because he doesn't want to miss his cutoff, but he's got to get behind it and backspin it a little more.
Especially on one like that. 1-0. Pitch is a soft ground ball to the left side. Monasterio to his left has got it. Loperfido is retired. Inning over, but it was a damaging one. 2 more in for the Astros. 3-0 after 3 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Shaw's Supermarkets has your chance to attend the world's biggest soccer games here in Massachusetts. And you could be at Boston Stadium for the excitement. Simply redeem your Shaw's grocery reward points for the sweepstakes entry offers in the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to enter. Boost your chances to win by clipping the 4-time points multiplier and shopping select Lay's and Dietz & Watson products. Learn more at shaws.com/soccer sweeps.
Looking for a winning ticket to your favorite sunny destinations? JetBlue's got you covered with low fares and the most flights from Boston and New England to Florida and the Caribbean. Plus, JetBlue is the only airline with fast, free Wi-Fi for everyone on every plane. Live TV and movies at every seat, brand name snacks and drinks, a free carry-on bag, award-winning service, and more. All included in your fare. You heard that right. So make a run for it. And while you're at it, make sure you're a member of True Blue, JetBlue's free awards program, to score even more freebies and perks. Book now at JetBlue.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jeffrey Glassman Injury Attorneys have been Boston's go-to injury attorneys for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you've got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. That's 617-777-7777.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Trevor Story is in. 3-0 Houston. 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Deadline for filing taxes is now. Don't miss the chance to donate your car to Cars for Kids for a 2026 deduction. CarsForKids.org today. Here's Trevor with the tee. The pitch to him is lined into left field, but hit right at Loperfido in front of the wall. Plays made. A little bit of loud contact, but 1 down. It'll take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Well, Fleming will Middlebrooks. We'll see what the Red Sox can get going against Brown. The second look at him, Massa, who, of course, walked his first time, takes another ball.
Force field.
It's amazing. Well, and this is the thing that the Red Sox are preaching. It's not been as much the case tonight. They've taken a lot of called strikes. They want to swing at the good ones. That was a borderline pitch called a strike, and it's 1-1. Looked like on the outside corner anyway. Massa looking for his first big swing of the bat. He's been on base. That was actually middle to Yoshida. 1-1. Swinging a little looper into shallow left field. 2 balls to Loperfido, and very quickly 2 down. This is just one of those times that even though it's early in the season, it's going to happen. But you'd be hard-pressed, really, to find 12 innings that have been more one-sided in a series than these. The Astros have had traffic all over the place, grinding at bats. The Red Sox have just had very little going offensively. Here's Wilson Contreras, the pitch. High with a fastball. And because Hunter Brown is on the mound, that at-bat to Walker just felt so big. One and 0. Wilson trying to get a knock here. He takes a high fastball, 2-0. Well, I mean, look, with Wilyer Abreu on deck, get on base. Any way, anyhow. He lined out to shortstop in the first. 2-0. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That's what makes Brown so good. Changeup.
2-0 changeup, right? You're pumping 97, 98, 2-seam, 4-seam. Oh, hitters count? Yeah, just kidding.
Two-one pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Looks like it'll stay in play. Toward first, toward the line. Walker comes in front of the Astros dugout, and nothing going against Hunter Brown. Red Sox through 4 innings have 1 walk, and that's it. 3-0 Astros in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In the season of spring, rediscovering, cleaning, finding things you forgot about? Look at this, your old membership card from the video rental store. I bet you get some points on that you never cashed in. How about finding money that's owed to you at findmassmoney.gov? 1 out of every 10 people have unclaimed property. If you file a claim online, you can print the claim form from your inbox. See if you're on the list of money owed to you at findmassmoney.gov. That's findmassmoney.gov. It's fast, easy, and free.
Picture yourself on the island of St. Croix, where every moment is infused with a vibe like no other. Welcome to St. Croix, where the rhythm of the island captivates your soul. Whether sampling local cuisines at a waterfront restaurant, snorkeling along colorful coral reefs, or strolling through lush tropical gardens, you'll feel the magic of this vibrant island. So why wait? Plan your escape today at visitusvi.com and discover why we say St. Croix, a vibe like no other.
Just in time for Easter dinner, ham is now on sale at Shaws and Star Market. Pick up Signature Select Spiral Sliced Ham bone-in for only 99 cents a pound. Limit 2 while supplies last. Shaws and Star Market, proud to be local since 1860.
Let's face it, you can't control energy prices. But there's good news. You can control how efficiently your home heats and cools. I'm Scott McFarland. If your system is older, you could be paying more than you need to in energy bills. Right now, save up to $1,800 on a new Lennox home comfort system, plus an additional $500 from McFarland Energy. Take control of your energy costs, improve your comfort, and start saving. Visit McFarlaneEnergy.com today. McFarland Energy, generations of warmth and trust.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Bottom 4, 3-0 Astros. Here's Cam Smith to lead it off. Bayo fires a fastball, swung on and missed. Good heater, 1-1.
That two-seamer just disappeared. That was gross. He thought hit Cam Smith on his back leg.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's not made bad pitches tonight. I mean, Alvarez pummeled the one in the first.
That was the one over the middle, but everything else was off the edge.
Yeah, Cora found a way to get that one into the gap, and then so too did Walker. 0-1. Strike on the outside corner. The thing for Bayo and all these pitchers right now, with Crochet tomorrow, same story. Offense the way it is right now, there's so little margin for error.
Yeah, and that can be tough to pitch that way, right? You feel like you have to stop the bleeding. You have to be perfect.
0-2. Just outside. with a curveball. The Red Sox bullpen is fresh thanks to last night and the day before. I mean, Oviedo was not good at all, but he did give them length and saved the pen for the last two of this series with the off day on Thursday. 1-2. Chopper on the right side. Marcelo's been busy. Nice hop through the first. And there's one away from Marcelo. That's his 4th assist.
Keep hitting it to that guy. I like watching him play defense.
No kidding. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, so much to love. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Well, for the first time in almost 1,000 days, bad news for the American League East. Shane McClanahan took the mound for the Rays. He was great early, but he did give up 3 runs in 4 2/3. Brewers, they got magic. They lead 3-2. Here's Yainer Diaz. Pitch outside from Bayo. Ball 1. Seems like just about everybody got better in the division. It's going to be a horse race. The Yankees and Blue Jays both 3-1, so 2 games behind. Again, it's so early. The 1-0 high fly into shallow right field. Marcelo out, Willier in, and it gets out to Abreu. With his golden glove, he makes the play, 2 down. That is the 110th pitch of the game, brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. Visit any of their 33 locations all throughout New England. I think it's super important that Bayo has a quick inning here.
Yeah, big time.
He's thrown 61 pitches, which is kind of in line with where you want to be, but you don't want to drag this thing out. 2-out rally in the 3rd. You don't want to have that here. Myers fouls one into the mitt. Strike 1.
That's a good 4-seamer right there. An aggressive swinger early in counts. Go that 4-seam up above the zone. That's where you got to live with it.
Cardinals lead the Mets 2-0 after 5 in St. Louis. The 0-1. Low. Sinker.
Wonder what stories Millar's telling down there tonight.
I went into Theo's office and I said, listen here, man. 1-1.
Back in 04.
I went into Tito's office. Why are you pulling me for defense? 1-1 is chopped to 3rd. Nice job. Monasterio's got it. Even better job by Bayo. Throw over there. Inning over. Excellent for Nino. All right, time for the offense to get going. You got the right guy to lead it off. Abreu, Monasterio, and Meyer. 3-0 Astros after 4 on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Ooh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact, it's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact, America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Hi, it's Will Fleming here, and Boston weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy fiber cement siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
For 130 years, Drake's Cakes have made life a little sweeter. From classics like Ringdings, Yodels, and Devil Dogs to new limited-time flavors. Try the Macchiato Devil Dog today. Creamy macchiato filling between 2 rich Devil's Food Cakes. And coming soon, salty caramel Devil Dogs. Life's better with cake. Drake's Cakes.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Willier Abreu leads it off in the top of the 5th, trying to jumpstart the offense here. Sox looking for their first hit, and Abreu takes a fastball right there for strike 1. Hunter Brown is a tough customer, and he's only needed 49 pitches to get 12 outs. 1-0. Pitch. Swinging a high fly into center field, but a little bit off the end of the bat. Myers is over to his left. He reaches up and makes the play, one down.
Hey, today's Red Sox code word of the game is Space City. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points.
Do you know what I've never done? And if we had a night game tomorrow, I would be over there. Is check out NASA. I'd love to be at the Mission Control Center, Space Command. That'd be fun. Just truly almost superhuman accomplishments over there. Here's Monasterio, pitch on the outside corner, strike one.
How many strike ones, right? Tons of 0-0 strikes from Hunter Brown. That's part of what makes him nasty, too. He gets ahead, and then at his expense.
I know they tracked that somewhere, the 0-1. Here's a ground ball up the middle, almost hits the bag. Feel like the Red Sox need a break like that to get a knock. It does not. Altuve throws over. This is just cruise control for Brown. He's got 2 outs in the 5th inning and has thrown 53 pitches, and here's Marcelo. Again, that's why that at-bat to Walker hurts so much.
Really just, 2-3 balls hit hard, but right at people.
Two down, base is clear. Marcelo grounded to second his first time. Here he's ready to hit. Fouls a sinker back, strike one.
Lots of sinkers and changeups to Marcelo in his first at-bat.
Joe Braverman used to really care about the broadcast, and he would send me all kinds of numbers and stats throughout, but now he's just, he's programming and planning for the next Play Tessie podcast, I think.
Priorities, I get it.
0-1 to Marcelo. Pitch is a little bit low. Meyer took it for a ball, and it's 1-1. Jeanette Menchow in the booth with us here in Houston. Joe back at the EEI studios. Lucky to have them both with us. Even if Joe doesn't love us as much anymore. The 1-1 is a fastball up and away, ball 2.
Normally when you take a jab at him, he gets in our ear and says something. I don't think you like that one very much.
Stewing back in Brighton. 2-1 to Meyer.
The voodoo doll out.
3-0. Astros lead, and Meyer fooled badly by great changeup. This dude, people don't talk about him that often, really. Outside of real tight baseball circles, he's one of the best pitchers in the American League.
2.43 ERA last year. His third in all of baseball.
Coming in 3 starts against the Red Sox, a 1.89 ERA. That's going down. 2-2. Play him on the dirt to pull. Pitch. Ooh, just inside. Close. He was confident it was a ball. It's 3-2. Such a slippery slope taking pitches in this game. 3-2. Here it is. Marcelo takes ball 4. That's excellent. Their second base runner. And by that I mean, Will, look, commanding the strike zone is so important. In fact, it's the hitting coach's nightmare when hitters expand and swing at the bad ones, but there are hittable pitches that are technically balls.
I mean, you're one swing away from being back in this, and generally you're facing aces, and guys like this, it's a walk and a homer to get you back in games.
2 down. Here is Wong, who takes a ball.
And by the way, that walk brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. For even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com. Or just getting Will Fleming fitted for his custom diapers.
Longer than most. 1-0 to Wong. Pitch. That's a ball. All right, making him work a little bit. A slider, 2-0. If you're Connor Wong, I know you can't do this against ace pitchers. Don't you sell out dead red and try to launch right here?
Sure, and if he happens to go change up like he did, just swing through it and go about the rest of your bat. Take a chance here.
Think Crawford boxes. 2-0. Meyer at first. 3-0 Stros. The pitch is a strike. Now, that was a fastball. Look,
it was a sinker, yeah. Bottom of the zone.
You only get so many good ones to hit against a starter like this. 2-1. You were talking a big game earlier about how you're going to wear an adult diaper in the press box at Fenway. 2-1 line foul on the right field side.
You think I won't? Tip me with a good time.
Knowing you, no, I don't think you won't. I know you will.
Okay. I'll say, I'll do it. See if they could do designs. We get like a plaid one. Color, like Fenway green.
Yeah, on Friday nights.
Yeah. City Connect.
Connect with something. 2-2 to Wong. Pitch is high. All right, so Marcelo get a running start here. Now, again, don't you think the same logic applies? You got to expect and be ready for heater.
Always. You don't. I mean, if you're not looking heater, you're not going to get to it at 98.
3-2. Marcelo will take off with the pitch, but first Brown steps off. Red Sox do not yet have a hit. Be a good time for a big one right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Brown is ready. He throws. Wong swings and grounds one foul. Well, he was ready to go. That fastball, 96, sort of the inner half.
Early in Brown's career, he was mostly four-seamer, breaking ball, changeup. And he had a high ERA, got hit around because guys could hit velocity. And Alex Bregman got in his ear and told him, hey, you got to start working on a sinker. That's going to make you really tough. And we've seen a ton of those tonight. And it's a whole different dimension. You can't just sit on the fastball because there's 2 different types. It's actually got some good movement to it.
One of the many things Bregman has done in his career, many players he's helped, and he helps pitchers too. He said, look, if I'm a righty, I'm leaning out over the plate against you.
Sure.
Keep me honest.
And I mean, all the best pitchers I played with, they would pick the brains of the hitters. They want to know, like, what do you see from me? How would you attack me? How could I be better?
3-2. Wong facing Brown. 2 down. Marcelo at first. 3-0 Astros in this 5th. Here's the pitch. Wong swings and lines one into the gap in left center field. This might get a run home. It will. Marcelo rounds third. Wong doubles to the wall, and the Red Sox break through. It is 3-1 in Houston. And Wong put his hands on his helmet and sort of did more of a side-to-side hip shake rather than the full 2 pump. But my goodness, the Houston kid delivers and gives the Red Sox their first run.
Pearland High School, University of Houston. Great at bat, right? And he got that 4-seamer. This was ball 4. It was above the zone, but Connor Wong was looking for this pitch, got on top of it, and smoked a frozen rope into left center. Marcelo glides into home easily.
Here's Cedon. He takes a strike on the inside corner. That's so similar to the one that he challenged his last time. See if he's ready to turn and burn. That's his second double in his second start.
It felt good to feel something right there.
It did. Felt you towering over me. 0-1 to Cedon. He swings and fouls it back. Therein lies the difficulty for Rafael. I mean, he took one that was there and then swung at a ball up and in, but now in an 0-2 hole. When you love to get Roman up, he's on deck.
That's the thing with Cedon, is he can get, it's almost sometimes he decides he's swinging before the pitch comes out of the hand.
0-2. Long has delivered a run. He's at second. Here's the pitch. Cedon, good take. Curveball in the dirt. He started, then stopped. That was something we heard so often last year, that the Red Sox coaches would have a long chat with him in the dugout, talk plan, and then somewhere between the on-deck circle and the batter's box, his mind would change. A chance to really deliver here. In a 1-2 hole, though, with Roman out on deck. Brown is ready. He throws. Cedon takes strike 3. Curveball right there. And the inning is over. Well, the Red Sox do get 1. And after 4.5 in Houston, 3-1 Astros in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
At Long Home, we know places like Fenway Park don't get a day off. When pressure hits, everything has to perform. And when it comes to your home, that pressure is personal. For over 80 years, the Long legacy has earned trust by protecting what matters most. If your roof is showing signs of wear, don't wait. Schedule a free roof inspection today and ask about the special discount only for Red Sox fans. Call 844-611-LONG or visit longhome.com.
Because trust goes a long way. Go!
Star Market has your chance to attend the world's biggest soccer games here in Massachusetts. And you could be at Boston Stadium for the excitement. Simply redeem your Star Market grocery reward points for the sweepstakes entry offers in the Star Market Deals and Delivery app to enter. Boost your chances to win by clipping the 4-time points multiplier and shopping select Lay's products. Learn more at starmarket.com/soccer sweeps.
Be sure to stop by the WEEI and Drake's Cakes table after the Red Sox home opener this Friday from 4 to 6. We'll be sampling favorites like Devil Dogs and try the new Mochaccino flavored Devil Dog. Life's better with cake. Drake's Cakes.
Batteries Plus presents Power Ballads.
If you run a business in any industry, the last thing you need is some dead batteries. We got them in stock and we're local too. We dream about batteries more than most people do. Batteries Plus, there's no problem too large. Batteries Plus, we're the experts in charge.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
All right, shutdown inning needed for Brian Bayo. The top of the order, third time through for the Astros. Pena, Alvarez, and Altuve. The Red Sox do have a run. Got the first hit, a Connor Wong double, a broken back grounder here to the left side. Monasterio ducks the bat, gloves, and throws to first in time. It went over Bayo, way to his left, and the play is made, one down.
Well, the bat went to the third base side of the mound. Monasterio had to come in and make that play, and as he threw it to first, he was hopping over the shards in the grass like a double play at second base. Love it.
That cannot be comfortable. I know you've had that many times. How do you just block out the fact that there's a projectile coming at you?
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Not easy. You just have to accept death. It's like, there's a good chance I get stabbed right here. Gotta make the play. Got to do it for the boys.
All right, here's Yordan Alvarez. This is how you want to face him. Bases empty. One down. You got to be very careful at all times with this dude. The pitch is a strike. Good one. Perfect pitch, and it's 0-1. Look, even though it backfired walking Altuve, pitch carefully, it's still the right strategy.
Yeah, totally.
Yordan doubled in a run in the first. 0-1, the pitch. Down. Alvarez, as we said, is now 4 for 7 with a homer, a double, and 3 driven in. Against Bayo. 1-1. Brian sets. He throws. Swing and a miss. That's impressive. Great changeup. You do not see Alvarez do that often. 1-2.
Yeah, well, if you double up, it better be off the plate. That's all I got to say. Go four-seamer up above the zone, but you got to get it up there if you're going to go.
All the way up. 1-2 is a line drive to first, but foul. He went with a changeup. He did double up, and it's a foul ball. Altuve is on deck. Who's on deck? Presented by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Two and two. Pitch. Swing and a drive. If it's fair, it's out of here. And it is. A curveball that hung right there. Pitch you cannot make. They get the run right back. And it's 4-1.
This guy's a freak. It was 2 changeups in a row before that, so he was already kind of on time with off speed. And that breaking ball right there, down and in, just a hot spot for most lefties. I would have loved to seen him just go up top with four seam, something firm. Stay with the off speed. You're just asking for trouble with a guy like that.
I mean, they have that as a curveball on the board, but that's just kind of a slurvy pitch, middle. Not against him. Here's Altuve. Disappointing. Here's the pitch. Ripped into left field, but it hangs up for Roman. He's got it to make the play. Look, you understand that Alex Cora, Andrew Bailey would say, look, we're trying to teach Bayo to get through these big spots and to face the best hitters and get them out. I mean, it is, I'll just go to my deathbed saying that this dude right now deserves Judge and Ohtani treatment.
Yeah, when he's healthy and on the field, ooh, a lot of loud noises.
You get a run, feeling good, you just give it right back. Here's Correa, right-handed hitter, strike. He is not a normal hitter.
No.
Not right now, not most of the time.
Power. He's a good hitter in general. He will hit for average also.
Red Sox will have the top of their order due up. In the top of the sixth. 4-1 though, Houston. Pitch. A little bit low. Change up. And it's 1-1. I saw him homer last night. He doubled already against Bay. He's got great numbers against him. That's the other part. It's a great matchup for him. 1-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. I mean, that's what makes the greats what they are. No matter what you try to do, game plan, whatever, they find a way to beat you. But it's an adage in baseball for a reason. Don't let that one dude beat you. And he really kind of has a couple nights in a row. Some help with his buddy Jose Altuve. Run in, 4-1 Astros, 1-2 with 2 down in the bottom of the fifth. Pitch fouled off the end of the bat. I mean, I really think if you pulled the GMs in the game and said, you're about to go to the World Series and we're going to have a draft. Each team gets 9 players. You can pick whomever you want. Honestly, I really believe that it's Judge and Ohtani are clearly 1 and 2.
I was going to say, where's Jordan playing if Ohtani is your DH?
Well, that's a good point.
I'm nitpicking at this point.
But I mean, he's in that next tier for me. 1-2. Pitch. Where'd that miss? Maybe a little low. Good fastball, 2-2. Baseball's never had more young, great stars. And Vladdy Guerrero put on an incredible show in the postseason. This dude, Air Jordan, is unreal. The 2-2 is a ball. Curveball, he's now thrown 76 pitches, make it 77 for Bayo. Download the Shaw's and Star Market deals and delivery app and save time by grocery shopping online. $30 off your first order online or delivery when you spend $75 or more. Promo code SAVE30. Here's a fastball low. And we walked him. So I think maybe Theo a little bit discouraged with himself after giving up the home run to Jordan. This may be nearing the end for him. Again, the Red Sox have a fully fresh bullpen. I think Bayo will be allowed to at least approach 90 pitches, but he's thrown 78 now. So now with a run in, 1 on and 2 out, here's Christian Walker. Pitch. Low. He's lost something. I mean, it's understandable. Just getting tuned up out of spring training, the WBC. I think the command and stuff have gone down a little bit in this 5th inning.
I know he's given up 4 runs, but overall, I've been happy with the stuff. He's had some bad luck, made some good pitches, and given up some hits. There's really 2 mistakes were against Jordan.
Yep. 1-0. Pitch. Ripped down the left field line. This is trouble. It's going to one hop off the base of the wall. Roman's got to hurry. Runner coming to third. He will be held. Good job by Anthony over there to dig that thing out. That could have easily scored Correa. And here we go now with another big spot.
I would love a mound visit right here. Just go give him a breather, talk through it. That was a middle in 4-seamer. Here comes Andrew Bailey.
Just thinking right along with you. And again, just like with Walker earlier in the game, this is still a really big spot. The bullpen report is brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com and never re-roof again. You got the lefty Loperfido at the plate. And it's not like trailing by 3. The Red Sox are going to play the matchup game. Some left-hander to come get Loperfido, especially since the Astros have some real right-handed options off of their bench. Be that as it may, this is a huge spot for Brian Bayo. Keep it right where it is. It seems quite possible that Hunter Brown could get through the 7th and maybe 8th innings with his pitch count where it is, so it's imperative to keep the lead just 3. The Astros have got to be encouraged by some of the swings they've seen from Christian Walker. Here we go with Loperfido. Pitch. Here's a strike. cutter on the outside half to this left-handed hitter, 0-1.
Perfito 0 for 2. He grounded out to second, his first at bat, to third base in his second at bat.
7 hits for Houston, just 1 for the Red Sox. Pitch. Swing and a miss. That was awesome. Good change up. Way out in front. 7 hits, 4 runs for the Astros. 1-1 for the Sox. Check of the score brought to you by Veg ER for Pets, official emergency vet group of the Red Sox radio network. 0-2. Trying to wiggle out of a jam. They lead at second and third. The pitch. Line drive in a left field, a base hit. Correa scores. They will hold Walker at third as Roman's throw cut off in front of the plate. And if anybody's ready in the bullpen, that might do it for Bayo. Just unable to get out of 2-out jams. I mean, the Astros in the third inning put up 2 with 2 outs.
Stop the clock, please.
And once again, that wasn't a bad pitch. That's a 4-seamer about 8 inches above the zone. Perfito went up and got it. I mean, results are results. You're still giving up runs. You're not going to be happy with that.
Well, and it does, Will, play into something you were talking about yesterday, and that is that the Red Sox, so far in this season, one time through the rotation, have not missed enough bats.
Yeah.
And when you don't do that, you invite real trouble. 2 down, 2 more runs in as Cam Smith takes a big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Bayo has 16 whiffs tonight in his 84 pitches, make it 17 after that.
So not bad, but I mean, just not missing him in the right times.
0-1, swing and a miss. Runner goes. They're going to throw through, and it gets off the leg of Meyer, and that's going to bring the runner home. Walker comes. Bayo cuts it off. It's off his glove. The bad news, Bears play for the Red Sox. It's unraveling, and it's 6-1 Houston.
Not real sure what Bayo's trying to do there, trying to cut that ball off.
Well, additionally, I mean, it's the sneak attack by Perfito, but with a runner at third, I was surprised he kind of threw that all the way down to second base with a good jump that he got. And that's not quite cutting the ball off Manny in the left field, but come on.
And Marcelo tried to do what he could to get his body in front of it, but it just kicked away.
Ugly. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Sweeper. And it's 1-2. That's the kind of stuff that, Alex Cora, it drives him mad. But unfortunately, the team that's led the big leagues over the last 4 years in errors that preach defense in the roster construction, they just have not done enough of it. Did they just charge Marcelo with an error? If that is true, that's absolutely ridiculous. The 1-2 pitch is fouled off on the third base side. It's got to be, you would think, although a throwing error on Marcelo, on Wong, only if he came home on the throw, which he did.
So that would be on him.
And then, I mean, Marcelo had it cut off by Bayo. I don't get that at all. That'll change. Most importantly, it's 6-1 Houston, 1-2 inside. That's just an eyesore of a play, Will. And unfortunately, through 5 games here, you've had challenges that make no sense.
I mean, it's been bad baseball.
Yeah.
All around. It's not just one thing. The offense stands out, but they're also just giving up too many runs.
2-2. Rip foul on the third base side. I mean, it has come apart here for Bayo. Now, you can talk about location and pitches, whatever, but that's now twice that this is kind of a throwback in a way to a couple seasons ago when rallies just extended and he could not stop the bleeding. 6-1 Houston. Just after the Sox get a run in the top half, they give 3 back. 2-2 outside.
Yeah, he's limping to the finish line. That was pitch number 90, but
this is
really
his last hitter.
Never had command this inning.
Yeah, I know Diaz is on deck. Can't really see who's throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. I would guess maybe Ryan Watson would be a guy in this spot.
Yeah, he should be good to go.
3-2. Pitch. Fouled off. Change up. Cam Smith's really making a battle.
How many pitches did Watson throw? 45, 46?
Yeah, in his debut. That wild one with C.B. Buckner. The double challenges Suarez. 5-run Astro lead. Still just the bottom of the 5th. There is time, but Bayo's got to make a pitch here. 3-2. High, ball 4. He's going to come out of this game, no doubt about it. That's discouraging. I mean, there were some promising signs early, but that had a little too much flashback right there, especially as that start came to an end. Let's just say this. Other than early and Crochet, the first time through the rotation, discouraging for the Red Sox. 6-1 Astros. Still the bottom of the 5th. I think it is Ryan Watson coming out of the bullpen when we return to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Whether you're headed to Fenway, the beach, the mountains, or just cruising around Boston, it's always better in a Ford SUV. Like Ford Explorer, our most popular model, with seating for 7. And check out Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, both equipped with GOAT modes to handle any kind of terrain you run into. Check out our whole family of award-winning SUVs at your New England Ford dealers. Proud partner of the Boston Red Sox.
This is Jeffrey Glassman. For 4 generations, my family has called New England home. My grandfather taught me to always care for people and fight for what's right. At Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, that's exactly what we do. When you're hurt in a car crash, we fight big insurance companies to make sure you get the money you deserve. We care, we fight to win, and we don't get paid unless you do. Hurt? You gotta get Glassman. Call 617-777-7777.
It is Ryan Watson on the mound. The Red Sox having a really shaky series, evening, and bottom of this 5th inning. 3 more Houston runs are in. And Watson, who was tremendous, giving the Red Sox real length and quality in his Major League debut, is on to try to keep this thing where it is. It really did unspool for Bayo at the end of this outing. He goes 4 2/3 innings, 6 runs on 8 hits, and 3 walks and only 2 strikeouts. That is not at all what the Red Sox were looking for. That pitching change is brought to you by JetBlue, proud to be the official airline for Boston sports. Book now at JetBlue.com. Maybe Yiner Diaz. The hope this year, and still the full-on expectation for the Red Sox, is that because the addition of some of these other starting pitchers, Gray and Suarez, there'll be less pressure on Bayo, slided down a little bit further in the rotation. Didn't play out that way tonight. The pitch is a ground ball up the middle. Story to his left. He's got it. He throws to first in time, and the inning is over. And thankfully, an eyesore of a half inning comes to a close. We go to the 6th inning, 6-1 Astros in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Love all the 2026 Subaru Forester or Forester Hybrid have to offer. Like standard, symmetrical, all-wheel drive. Buy with as low as 0.9% financing or lease for as low as $249 per month. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Weekends aren't for stressing about yard work. They're for stepping back and loving what you see. Reclaim your Saturdays. At United Ag and Turf, we know the right equipment makes all the difference. Get 2.9% financing for 84 months, plus up to $1,750 off select compact tractors. Together, we're unstoppable. Together, we're united. United Ag and Turf, your local John Deere dealer. Offer ends April 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
If you're in the market for Michelin tires, get to Town Fair Tire and get them at the guaranteed lowest price. With Michelin's innovative technologies designed for durability and performance, you can trust you're getting high-quality tires over all the toughest of road conditions. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. So, if you're looking for the best deal on Michelin tires, get to Town Fair. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Veg ER for Pets has revolutionized the pet emergency experience. Not only will you see an experienced veterinarian right away, but you will stay with your pet the entire time. Visit veg.com to find the location nearest you. Veg ER for Pets is the official emergency veterinarian group of Red Sox Radio.
Hey, it's Roman Anthony. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
But after the Connor Wong double that got in a run, the idea was to have Roman bat in the 6th inning, leading off the top of the order with a 2-run deficit. Unfortunately, Brian Bayo could not get through that inning and gives up 3 more. He's gone, and now it's 6-1 Houston. Hunter Brown's needed only 70 pitches to get through 5 innings. Now with a 5-run lead, the Astro bullpen is going. I want to protect this young arm. The pitch is swung on and missed. How's that? Change up, and it's 0-1.
He's got it all working, doesn't he?
He does. Super impressive. He has from the jump. Now Alex Cora's trying to rally the troops. He's walking up and down, clapping loudly. They need something to change in there big time. 0-1. High fly on the left field line, slicing toward the pole and just foul. That had good distance, but it did slice out of play, and it's quickly 0-2 to Roman. Yes, it's only the 5th game, Will, but it's the way they're playing right now that I think frustrates them.
Yeah, and look, when things are going bad like this, you come to the field and you don't have that feeling of, all right, we're going to swing it well, we're going to pitch well, we're going to win, and you can't do that in the big leagues. You got to expect to win.
0-2. Roman swings and misses. He struck out. Curveball. He's seen a lot of that. Spin inside. He is gone. And for him, that's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And that's 5 in this series. And going back to Cincinnati, I mean, he has struck out a ton lately, especially by his standards. So now with 1 out after the 8th strikeout for Brown, here's Trevor Story. Pitch. Curveball, that's unfair. Right in there, strike 1.
I had a feeling something with the wrinkle was coming, and Trevor, his last at bat was all over a first pitch fastball and lined out to left. Really some of the only hard contact we've seen outside of Wong.
So he's now 3 for 22 to start the season. 0-1. High. Copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Red Sox. He's streaky. Trevor always has been.
48,
Stephen Okert is up in the Astro bullpen. 1-1 is a little end of the bat fly ball into left to the deepest part of left center. Back there is Lopefito. He makes the play. 2 down. So that'll bring up Yoshida. And the good news for the Red Sox, they have Crochet on the mound tomorrow. Advantage on the mound big time, but gotta try to find a way to win the games he doesn't pitch. Here's Massa, who takes a strike on the inside corner. Yoshida walked his first time, lined out his second. It is the right-hander Mike Burrows on the mound for the Astros tomorrow. Framber Valdez is now with the Detroit Tigers behind Skubal. 0-1. Massa on the ground hard to second, backhanded with a slide by Altuve. Comes to his feet, throws to first, inning over. Bottom 6 next, 6-1 Houston on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims, and in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Meineke's highly skilled and certified technicians always treat your car like it's their own. With over 50 years of experience, Meineke will diagnose and fix any issue with precision and care using the best state-of-the-art equipment. You can always depend on Meineke to do the job right and get you back on the road in no time. Save time and schedule an appointment now. Visit Meineke.com today. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
Just in time for Easter dinner and ham sandwiches. Ham is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, pick up Signature Select Spiral Sliced Ham bone-in for only 99 cents a pound. Limit 2 while supplies last. That's right, save big on ham. And find other deals and rewards when you use the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Don't miss out on Spiral Sliced Ham. Shaw's and Star Market. Proud to be local since 1860.
Hey, Red Sox Nation, the baseball season is full of surprises. Your roof shouldn't be one of them. Imagine installing a roof once and never having to replace it again. That's what you get with Interlock Metal Roofing, a leader in metal roofing for over 25 years. They're backed by a lifetime warranty and designed by expert consultants to look great and stand up to New England weather. It's a smart play for any homeowner. One roof, one call for life. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com or call 866-733-5811. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Ryan Watson continues to face Jake Myers, then the top of the Astros order in this bottom of the sixth inning. 6-1 Houston, the pitch. Low and outside. Literally, Ryan Watson had a major league debut unlike anyone in the history of the game. Twice he struck out Eugenio Suarez with the bases loaded, and twice challenges overturned those strike threes. I guess it's maybe strikes three. Here's a line drive that is hit one. Got into right field off the bat of Myers, and Houston just keeps on rolling. They've got a leadoff knock in this sixth. You would imagine the plan for him is at the very least to get through this inning and the next. He'll get tested here, Watson. This is the absolute apex of their order. Pena and then the monster Yordan Alvarez out on deck. 9 hits for Houston. There's a pitch from Watson that misses low, a sinker. Auburn through and through. High school, college, hometown. And what adrenaline he must have felt in that big league debut. Double play depth behind the big right-hander. The pitch. Swing and a miss. I would imagine, I've never lived it. I mean, look, his heart is pumping right now, right? I mean, and he sees Alvarez on deck. Might be hard to match the intensity of your first one.
Yeah, I mean, you're just begging for a ground ball double play.
Quick pick. That was good footwork from him, but not much of a lead at all over there by Myers, who does run a lot. I don't know about here, 6-1. Especially with Alvarez on deck. 1-1.
Pena's a tough guy to double up. He runs really well.
He's a really good young player. He's had some injury stuff. Here's a high fly foul down the right field line. Think about the pressure that met Jeremy Pena when he came to the major leagues as a rookie in 2024. That was the year that, of course, 22, I should say, that Correa goes over the Twins.
Yeah, fill those shoes.
No kidding. And guess what? He did. He was a 5-WAR player that year with 22 homers. He's never rediscovered quite that power, but this kid with a 736 OPS who plays an elite shortstop. Here's a swing and a miss. That was great from Watson. Fastball fouled into the mitt, and a big first out. But here now is Yordan Alvarez. Pena, born in the DR, but then moved to Rhode Island, went to Classical High School, a great school in Providence, and then the University of Maine, where he was so loyal there. Other opportunities. Here's Yordan, who launched a homer his last time. The pitch is strike on the outside corner.
I flinch anytime the ball comes out of the hand of the pitcher and it's anywhere near the strike zone with this guy.
And that's so true. And again, this is one of those moments for a guy like Watson. You've watched this dude on TV so many times. 0-1. High. I don't know how big league players do it, whether hitters or pitchers. I mean, I know you're in the zone, you're trying to make a name for yourself, but with the true superstars of the game, it must be so wild to look out like you did at Kershaw and Bumgarner and all those dudes and just stay in your own lane. 1-1 is a foul off his front foot.
You just, I mean, honestly, you get in there and you can't let their name beat you first, right? Because it's so easy to go in there and be like, oh my God, I'm facing Max Scherzer. He's so nasty. He's got this, and this award, this many All-Star games, whatever. You're beat if that's the case. So you just have to go up there and literally just think about what you're trying to execute. You can't even look at the person in the box.
I would imagine, yeah. In this case, he's just looking at Wong's shin guards. However, it's hard to ignore Alvarez. 1-2. 6-1 Astros, the pitch. In the dirt. Good purpose pitch. He bounced it in front of the plate, 2-2. One of the things that makes Yordan Alvarez such an alien is that there are sluggers in the game that are maybe almost his equal, but the combination of power and just pure hitter talent.
Yeah. Like he's line to line, right? He's going to pull the ball in the air, but he'll take his singles and doubles to the left side if you give it to him.
2-2 low. Health is the issue for him. I mean, he came here in 2019. His season high 147 games came at 24, but only 48 last year. It's a guy who in 8 years has only played 682 games. But he's at 173 home runs. Amazing. 3-2. Runner goes, and that's ball 4. Now, Watson had Alvarez in a 1-2 hole. Hard to blame him there. Again, one of these things you just are not seeing anywhere in your baseball life, where not only is it Alvarez and then Jose Altuve, who's been, an MVP and a star, but think about the disparity in strike zone, one hitter to the next. I think that's a really tough adjustment for any pitcher.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So the walk issued, and the Astros just continue to have base runners all night long. 13 base runners, and we're in the 6th with only one out to pitch. Way outside. Well, you know what Altuve is thinking right here.
Oh, of course. Baragaye.
Well, as Crawford boxes back and hit 2 in there last night. And hitters will tell you, when the score is like this, you can have a U at bat a little bit more. 1-0, swing and a miss. He had a him swing. He was over the top. The sweeper, and it's 1-1.
And Watson's got to find his command. That was better there, but even that was out of the zone. Altuve just chased it.
Managers and hitting coaches will tell you, too, they encourage their batters to do this in this kind of a spot. Just sell out. Try to get some numbers. The 1-1 is way outside because it's such a hard game. You face so many difficult pitchers in clutch spots where maybe you do need to be a little more selfless, but not here. And this is trouble time right here for Watson. The hitters count 2-1. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch. Ooh, a little bit low.
Sure.
Close.
You want that.
Sinker. He does have a tiny zone, and it's 3-1. Red Sox to this point have been outscored 14-2 in the series. It's almost felt like more than that. 3-1. That's outside ball 4. Now, no matter the names on the back of the jerseys, the intensity, the adrenaline, you can't do that.
No, because, I mean, if you're Watson, it's like you're in there just to get outs, get through this thing, to not have to go to your main arms.
So visit to the mound. The entire infield is out there to try to get Ryan Watson through this. We take 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks. It has not been fun again in Houston. 5-run Astros lead, and they are rolling again here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bases loaded. Ryan Watson's heart is pounding. You would imagine. The pitch. That's not even close. Sweeper backhanded in the dirt by Wong. Saved a run, and it's 1-0.
Watson keeps staring down at his hand. I don't know if he's dealing with a blister or something. Keeps looking down as he spikes those breaking balls. He's done a few in a row now.
So he goes Alvarez, Altuve, and now Correa. 1-0. That is low. He keeps trying to go down there, but Mark Wegner says no. That's beneath the zone. And it is 2-0. He's ready. He throws. Correa lines one into left field. That's a base hit. 2 runs are going to come home and score. Walker and then Alvarez right behind him. And it is 8-1 Astros. It was such a great story in his major league debut. He'll learn that as if he doesn't already know. You against any club, much less one like this, you're not going to get away with walks. Both of the hitters who he walked have moved up. One of them, Alvarez, has already scored. Here's Christian Walker. He swings and misses at a sinking fastball, and it's 0-1. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. 0-1. Popped up behind first base. Foul, and Contreras watches it get into the seats.
You know, you hate it at this point in the season. Just go, man. We just gotta get through this game, get to the next one, and then the next day do the same thing. Just get through it, right? It's frustrating. I mean, nobody's more frustrated than everybody in that dugout. I get it, but something's got to give.
Soon. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Outside with a curve. It is only game 5. There's plenty of time to turn it around, but you just don't want this feeling to linger.
No, I mean, it's still, look, they were 1-4 last year, went to the playoffs, 189 games. So don't burn the place down yet.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Good curve there by Watson.
It's just how they're losing games, right? Is all this emphasis on run prevention and pitching, and you bring in these guys, they don't do well. It's not gonna sit well with the fan base when those guys struggle, and then you have other guys that are supposed to contribute in multiple ways and they're not doing it. It's just the way they're losing games.
Well, they did adjust the line on Bayo. They made one of the runs unearned, which of course they should, on that wild play at second.
They actually gave 2 errors on that play.
One to Wong, and then did they give the other to Marcelo?
They did.
Which I just don't understand that. And Bayo cut it off and dropped the ball. Anyway, that is not nearly the lead tonight. The 0-1 to Loperfido. Soft grounder to second. Marcelo's got it. Mercy. Throw to first. Inning over. 2 more runs come in, and it's 8-1 Houston after 6. On the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You're out of there, leaky store brands. When all else fails, switch to North Shore Adult Diapers. That's total lockdown protection for even the heaviest control problems. Try North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com today. And focus on life, not leaks.
After a tough winter combined with harsh coastal weather, home exteriors take a beating. That's why pros across the Northeast have trusted AZEK Exteriors for over 25 years. As the #1 brand for premium exterior trim and molding, AZEK keeps homes elevated with stunning details that endure beautifully no matter the conditions. And now, introducing AZEK Lap Siding, pairing the classic beauty of traditional wood siding with modern durability. Available in 18 different colors from AZEK Captivate Pre-Finishing. Start planning your remodel today with AZEK. Order free samples at AZEKExteriors.com.
Hey, boss. Gotta go.
It's only 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's important, though.
Well, can it wait?
Not really. It's the Nissan Now Sales event. I can save on an award-winning Nissan like the Rogue, new Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Your report is due today.
Yeah, you're right. Nissan is #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power.
This is your job.
Well, it's called Nissan Now, not Nissan Later.
What?
Anywho, don't worry. I'm going to take you for a spin.
Get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, 2026 Nissan Murano, or 2025 Nissan Pathfinder for well-qualified buyers. For JD Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example: 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 3/31/26.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI.
Seeing the same score they finished with last night, 8-1 Houston. Astros go to their bullpen. Big right-hander after Hunter Brown was excellent yet again. First pitch to Wilson Contreras from the right-hander Cody Bolton. Strike on the outside corner. The offensive numbers right now, I mean, we talked about the lack of run prevention, which is a huge story for sure. 0-1 is a soft ground ball toward third. Coming in, Cora, he backhands, he throws to first, not in time. An infield hit for Wilson Contreras. He will certainly take that. That is only the Red Sox' second hit tonight in 24 at-bats. And that means they are now 25 for their last 146. Well below 200. And Roman Anthony won for his last 17 with 9 strikeouts. Here's Willier, who even he tonight is 0 for 2. He takes a fastball that is called a strike, 0-1.
You got to think Roman gets going. He's just too good of a player. This can't last much longer.
0-1. On a stereo out on deck, they play Willier to pull, and he fouls it off. That was a balanced swing, but just not quite there in a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And it is 0-2.
Well, if you're in the batter's box, at least you're not looking at Hunter Brown right now.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, was he dialed.
Brilliant yet again. Willier swings and misses. He struck out. 8 strikeouts for Brown in 6 dominant innings. He did give up the 1 run on 1 hit. Red Sox walked only 1 time.
17 punchies for him in his first 2 outings of this season. Be happy with that.
Well, as we said, I mean, no more Fromber, and their rotation is thin, but he's a great one.
Both McCullers pitches like that.
Yep.
That was a combination of him having a really good night and the Red Sox offense just not. They're broken right now, to be honest.
Yeah. Monasterio has a 1-0 count with Contreras at first. The pitch. That looked good, and it was. A strike on the outside corner. Crochet tomorrow. It's an afternoon start here in Houston. 2:10 Eastern. Crochet against Mike Burrows. We said it so many times last year. In fact, too often. Crochet had to be the stopper of streaks. 1-1 is a ground ball foul. Barring a miracle, they're going to have lost 4 consecutive since his last start. And they need him to come up big again. And again, that's why he's the ace. Day off and then the home opener Friday with the San Diego Padres in town. Padres tonight are hosting the Giants, and San Francisco got 3 in the first. Willie Adames homered. Pitch to Monasterio, swung on and missed. And he's out number 2. That's tough coming off the bench. If you're a guy like Monasterio, who you sit and you wait, you get a couple pinch hit opportunities, but then your first start is Hunter Brown. Go get him. So back-to-back strikeouts. And here comes Marcelo. San Diego and San Francisco on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Meyer takes a little bit outside. So much to love. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Learn more at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And Raffy is not exactly off to a stirring start. He's 0 for 1 in that game. 1-0 is strike on the outside corner. Yankees on the rivalry report, taking an early lead in Seattle after Cal Raleigh walked them off last night. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rob Refsnyder's in that game for the Mariners. 1-1 is in there to Meyer. And Giancarlo Stanton drove in a run, and so did Ben Rice. And it is amazing, for all the talk of the Yankees running it back and standing pat. Quite a top 6 in their lineup.
Yeah.
1-2 to Marcelo is just outside. I mean, Grisham, Judge, Bellinger, Rice, Stanton, Chisholm, established star hitters.
And it looks like sometime in May, mid to late May, they're thinking they could get Garrett Cole back.
With Rodon and Fried. 2-2, swing and a miss. Meyer's gone. Red Sox strike out 3 times in this inning, 11 times in the game through 7 innings. That was sort of a point of emphasis It is a discouraging night at the stretch in Houston. 8-1 Astros. The Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The odds of a foul ball knocking over your perfectly balanced tray of nachos? Astronomical.
Dude, watch the nachos.
We don't know what's going to happen on a trip to the ballpark, but we do know the chances of falling victim to online crime are 1 in 4. You and your family need Aura with scam protection, fraud monitoring, and parental control features. Protect everything your family does online with Aura. Go to aura.com/baseball to start your free trial today. The 1 in 4 statistics is based on research conducted by Javelin Strategy and Research. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions effectively.
It's high octane and Manchester Harleys keep the same payment even. Trade your bike for a brand new 2026 Harley with no money out of pocket and keep the same payment. Finance specialists on site to get you approved only at High Octane and Manchester Harley.
On approved credit in Sunday.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Giovanni Moran is the new pitcher for the Red Sox, and he fires a first pitch cutter into Cam Smith for strike one. Giovanni's 26th debut in Cincinnati was very good. Trying to just get the Red Sox into the clubhouse after this one. They trail 8-1. The 0-1 is a little bit low. How about Shohei Ohtani? Pretty good. He's on the mound tonight for the Dodgers. They host the Cleveland Guardians. First time on a mound since Game 7 of the World Series. One of the most thrilling finales to a World Series in recent memory. The 1-1 way high to the backstop cutter.
That whole series was great. Had like what was it? How long was that game? 18 innings?
And just blow for blow, Dodgers and Blue Jays, dramatics. The Blue Jays were literally with Kiner Falefa a millimeter away from winning. 2-1 is low. I mean, you combine that in terms of the big, high-scale baseball events, Game 7, that World Series, that whole series, and now the World Baseball Classic. It's on a great run. We have not had much of that adrenaline in the first 5 of this season. 3-1. High fly, real trouble. Into deep right field. Abreu back at the wall. He leaps, he can't get it. Gone, an opposite field homer for Cam Smith. That's his sweet zone. Another big fly for the Astros, and it's 9-1. Well, for all the people predicting that their run of playoff dominance may be coming to a close, they sure have not looked like it these 2 days. The Astros worked a long time in the offseason with Cam Smith to try to get him to pull the ball in the air more. He just could not get to pitches on the inside half last year. Here is Yainer Diaz. He could always do that, though.
It's almost like Christian Campbell a little bit.
Yeah. Joe spotted their new manager a year ago. Had a really cool viral moment when he notified Cam Smith he was going to the big leagues. The 1-0 pitch to Diaz is low. He said in his clubhouse in spring training, he said, you know, I know that all of you guys, the first time you go to the major leagues, the first phone call you make is to mom and dad, as it should be. Said I've always loved that, but I've always sort of wanted to be a part of that. So I figured, why not just bring mom and dad here for the news. 2-0 to Diaz. His ground ball up the middle. Marcelo's been good tonight with the glove. He picks that one and throws first. In time, one down. And so in their spring training clubhouse in West Palm, he said, so for one of you, your mom and dad are outside. And the clubhouse doors open, and in came Cam Smith's mom and dad.
So cool.
And obviously, the three of them totally started bawling. His teammates couldn't hold it in. It's kind of some insight into the man that Joe Espada is. Here's Jake Myers, right-handed hitter. Ground ball to short. Story's got it. Throw all the way across in time. So, now 2 down. What do you remember about the moment that you got the news and that phone call for you?
Geez, I was in Toledo playing the Mud Hens. I got a late night call from Arnie Baylor.
Oh, I love Arnie.
And told me to meet him downstairs. He had something to tell me.
You had a hunch at that time, right?
I had a good idea because I was following the big league team. I knew Uke was dealing with some stuff, and I was killing the ball at the time.
Here's Jeremy Pena. Pitch. Low. Plus, your manager doesn't call you often at 1 a.m., right? I mean,
right. Wasn't even that. I mean, it's probably 11:30.
Okay.
You know, but still, I mean, late after a game.
1-0 to Pena, 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. 9-1 Astros. Pitch. Ripped down the left field line, but foul.
But, both, it was me and Clayton Mortensen went up together. We're in Toledo, so we have like an early car, like 4:30 car to go get on a flight in Detroit, which was not that close. You know, hour and a half, 2-hour drive. Flight's obviously delayed because, of course.
1-1 outside. Do you sleep at all that night?
No. Staring at the ceiling like, dude, can I just go now? You know, and of course we get there as BP starting, so it's just a rush. I didn't really have time to think about it once I got there.
Now, were you going to Fenway for your debut?
Going to Fenway, yep.
2-1 is fouled off.
Playing Oakland. We were in throwback unis. Facing one of my good buddies I worked out with in the offseason, Brandon McCarthy. And walked my first at bats.
So you started that night?
Yeah, swinging bunt, single, Brandon Inge, bare hand, didn't throw me out for my first hit. And then doubled the right my next at bat.
Sure. This game's easy.
Stole second. You know, easy game.
3-1 is inside. Maybe the scoreboard is wrong. I thought that might be ball 4, but actually it was 2-2. So now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Were your family able to get there in time for that one?
They were.
Awesome.
They were. My mom, my dad, my best friend Ryan Mallett, who was backing up Brady for the Pats. He was drafted in 2011, so this was May 2nd of 2012. So he was able to drive up from Foxborough and be there.
Do you think in some ways the fact that it was all rushed, you didn't have a time to reflect, might have helped you?
Yeah. I mean, I had plenty of time sitting at the airport in Detroit to think about it.
There's 3-2 pop-up into center field. It actually carrying pretty well out in front of the warning track at center, but off the end of the bat, and Cedon is there to make the play. More on the Middlebrooks debut. Right after this, Red Sox not having fun in Houston. 9-1 after 7 on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hi, it's Will Fleming here, and Boston weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's jameshardy.com.
Shaw's Supermarkets has your chance to attend the world's biggest soccer games here in Massachusetts. And you could be at Boston Stadium for the excitement. Simply redeem your Shaw's grocery reward points for the sweepstakes entry offers in the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app to enter. Boost your chances to win by clipping the 4-time points multiplier and shopping select Lay's and Dietz & Watson products. Learn more at shaws.com/soccer sweeps.
Weekends aren't for stressing about yard work. They're for stepping back and loving what you see. Reclaim your Saturdays. At United Ag and Turf, we know the right equipment makes all the difference. Get 2.9% financing for 84 months, plus up to $1,750 off select compact tractors. Together, we're unstoppable. Together, we're united. United Ag and Turf, your local John Deere dealer. Offer ends April 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
For 130 years, Drake's Cakes have made life a little sweeter. From classics like Ringdings, Yodels, and Devil Dogs to new limited-time flavors. Try the Macchiato Devil Dog today. Creamy macchiato filling between 2 rich Devil's Food Cakes. And coming soon, salty caramel Devil Dogs. Life's better with cake. Drake's Cakes.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Hey, just in time for Easter dinner. Ham is now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Pick up Signature Select Spiral Sliced Ham bone-in for only 99 cents a pound. Limit 2 while supplies last.
Strike to Connor Wong. He's got some family and friends here, of course, as always, when he comes back down to this great city. The 0-1. He and his teammates not putting on the show that they hoped. So how quickly did you get to your room and make the phone call to Mom and Dad?
Oh, ASAP. ASAP. They were so fired up.
I believe it. I mean, that's the thing about it. 1-1 is Watson made his debut the other day. It's a family achievement. It really is. Yeah. All the practices, the drives, I mean, just the sweat and tears that everybody puts in together. 2-1 is a high fly ball out of play on the third base side. Connor drove in the Red Sox only run tonight. They trail 9-1. And I mean, now you're a dad. Your girls are not old enough to be pro athletes just yet. But now that you are a father, I think you can probably understand at least a little bit about what that means.
Yeah. I mean, my oldest is falling in love with softball and basketball and gymnastics and starting to enjoy practice and understanding how to work.
2-2 is outside. And you can't do anything about it while they're playing, right? I mean, you can guide them, you can teach them, but when they're out there, it's all on them.
Yeah, and I'm not pushing them. You know, they're 6, 7 years old. Like, go have fun. I want you to want to come back.
3-2. Wong takes strike 3 on the outside corner. Too many strikeouts tonight.
It's 4 in a row for the Red Sox.
So you have the great debut and really take off right away in that season. What about right after the game? Does the fam come down on the field and have a moment?
Yeah, I brought them down, took some pictures. Have some good pictures with Mallet after that game.
Here's Cedon driven high and deep into right field. This thing is pounded back at the track at the wall. A leaping attempt, but no, it is gone. A home run for Cedon. Opposite field power. Now the Red Sox will take anything at this point. That thing just gets out over the glove of Smith, and it's 9-2.
I thought he robbed that.
Me too.
From here, it looked like it went in his glove, and then obviously the reaction gave it away. As a fan throws it back towards the infield.
Well, and as much emphasis as there's been on pull side power for Cedon, that to me is encouraging. You know, Roman unpacked some new bats the other day here in Houston. He had one that was like a matte black. He said he had it for a while. He was getting it ready for the opener. That thing is gone. That's back in the bag for now.
It's been the gray one all today.
I mean, he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Trying to avoid the golden sombrero here. He takes a ball. It is 1-0, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Wow. He's pulling off stuff at the moment in a way we've not seen from him. That was so close. It missed the glove by about an inch. Roman calls time, 1-1.
Cedon's homer. A home run in 2 places here, and I bet you can guess where.
Genki Stadium.
That's the one.
1-1. Pitch fouled off. Nissan post-game show ran after this game. 9-2 the score. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store today. 1-2 to Roman. Very close. Put a ball 2-2. Now look. If you'd made your debut at the Trop or anywhere, Kansas City, whatever, you would have loved it. But to do it at Fenway,
oh man,
like a living museum. The 2-2. Roman takes strike 3. He's 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Not an easy game, even for the brightest young stars. So for the Red Sox now, that is 13 team strikeouts. By the way, that 7th inning stretch was brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. Been hurt in a car or work accident. You got to get Glassman all 7s after 6-1-7. I mean, he's seeing ghosts right now, Roman is, as Trevor takes a pitch at the bottom of the zone, strike one.
Been there.
Yep. I mean, he gets on base 4 times opening day. Since then, 1 for 17 with 10 strikeouts. Wow. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's always going to be an adjustment for young players, no matter how talented.
It's just weird seeing so many players struggle at once, all at the same time.
(9-3) The game scored, brought to you by Veg ER for Pets, the official emergency veterinarian group of the Red Sox radio network. 0-2. Ooh, very close. And I mean, it would just be a blip on the radar if Roman were struggling, if the team were not.
Right.
And if they were not giving up 17 runs in 2 games in Houston.
Just looking for someone with the big swing, someone to wake the offense up.
And early, too. The 1-2 is fouled back. I mean, you have Crochet on the mound tomorrow against Burrows. It's like, it feels so important to get a lead early. Breathe a little bit. Stop grabbing the bat so tight, which is just human nature. 2 down, top 8. A run in on the Rafaela home run as Trevor takes the ball. And he, too. He's dying to get something started. He lined out in the 4th, but he's 0 for 3, and now 3 for 23 on the season. 2-2. Pitch. Line drive foul on the first base side. Of course, he came up with a big chance. Last inning in Cincinnati on Sunday could not deliver. The Red Sox have not had many opportunities with runners in scoring position today. In fact, their first runner to get to second came when they scored the run in the 5th. The 2-2. There's a line drive looping into shallow center field. Myers on. He cannot get it well. It clanks off of him. Trevor will wisely hold it first. He'll definitely take that hit. Something to build on, and he's aboard with 2 down.
He'll take them any way they come right now. Few and far between for the Sox.
And here now, Yoshida. It's really interesting. We talked today about not overreacting, not panicking with the offense, with the lineup, although they did make the change with Yoshida in there for Duran. Here he is, Massa. He takes a pitch outside in the 3-hole, ball 1. I'm not ruling out, Will, the possibility that maybe, just maybe, tomorrow, for one day, you give Roman a little breather as the leadoff guy.
I would say Roman's not in there tomorrow.
Make Duran the leadoff guy. See if that jolts him a little bit. Trevor runs. The 1-0 pitch is inside. I think that'll be indifference. Not a steal for Story, but take down the force play at second. That's good baseball. Why not take the bag if they'll give it to you? 2-0 to Massa. You just want to keep the line moving at this point. String together a bunch of hits. 9-2 as Yoshida takes a pitch outside, and it's 3-0. Contreras is out on deck. I mean, I doubt the plan was to give Roman a day off in the first road trip, but everybody needs him early. But he just looks like he really could use a day.
I've been watching his batting practice today. Something seemed off. I mean, he's clearly working on something, but jam shots, you don't normally see that from him.
3-0, way outside ball 4. That will not thrill the Astros with a big lead. That walk brought to you by Northside. I should say, beg your pardon. Our great friends at North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. The pitching coach for these Astros is out to pay a visit to Bolton. And the Red Sox are trying to just scratch and claw their way. I think you might well see Duran in the leadoff spot. I mean, I think Yoshida has certainly earned another game in there, especially if Roman's not in there. He can be the DH.
Yeah.
Just looking for guys to see the ball and swing it.
Is that 5 walks for Yoshida already?
Mm-hmm.
No hits, but
impressive, but he lined out earlier.
Yeah.
So 2 on with 2 out now for Wilson Contreras. I mean, he could bolt one into the Crawford boxes and put a little drama into this game. It's 9-2 Astros. Pitch is a ground ball on the left side, handled there by Cora. Throws to first in time. Inning over. Red Sox leave a pair. To the bottom of the 8th we go. It is 9-2 Houston on the Shaws. and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Veg ER for Pets has revolutionized the pet emergency experience. Not only will you see an experienced veterinarian right away, but you will stay with your pet the entire time. Visit veg.com to find the location nearest you. Veg ER for Pets is the official emergency veterinarian group of Red Sox Radio.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Hey, boss. Gotta go.
It's only 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's important, though.
Well, can it wait?
Ugh, not really. It's the Nissan Now Sales event. I can save on an award-winning Nissan like the Rogue, new Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Your report is due today.
Yeah, you're right. Nissan is #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power.
This is your job.
Well, it's called Nissan Now, not Nissan Later.
What?
Anywho, don't worry. I'm going to take you for a spin.
Get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, 2026 Nissan Murano, or 2025 Nissan Pathfinder for well-qualified buyers. For JD Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example: 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to in-MAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 3/31/26.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The bottom of the eighth we go. Giovanni Moran continues in the game, and they will not send Yordan Alvarez to the plate. That makes a whole lot of sense. They pinch hit here with Christian Vasquez, our little buddy. So close with Alex Cora and his whole family. Bryce Matthews is on to hit for Altuve in a 9-2 game, and Vasquez, who signed late in spring as the backup catcher here, made the club, takes a strike, and it's 1-1. He was such a delight to be around in his time with the Red Sox. Fan favorite. Really clutch hitter, too. The 1-1 is grounded foul.
I got to know Vasquez pretty well. He was drafted in 08. I was 07, so we were in the minor leagues a lot together. He, for the most part, was a year behind me as far as the levels, but spring training, extended spring, instructional league, all that, we spent a lot of time together. One of the good ones.
Big family man, 1-2, swing and a miss. He got him, did Moran. Couple Puerto Ricans facing off. I mean, Christian broke in with the Red Sox for a brief time in 2014. And, of course, so many heroic moments for him. Always felt like in a clutch spot he was going to give you a quality at bat, even though his overall offensive production was not his calling card.
He's so good behind the plate.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Here is Bryce Matthews hit an enormous home run last night. Here he takes a ball upstairs for ball 1. But I'll never forget the swing in the 2021 divisional series against the Tampa Bay Rays. 13th inning, bomb to win it. The 1-0 is outside. That was after one of the most miraculous plays I've ever seen in my life. When Yandy Diaz hit the ball off the right field wall, it bounced off Hunter Renfroe without hitting the ground and then into the bullpen for an automatic double. Play that would have easily scored a run. 2-0. That is a strike on the inside corner. And then it was like an epic long at-bat for Vasquez that ended with the homer.
Feel the ghost of Fenway sometime in big games, right?
Yeah. We'd love to feel that this spring, summer, and fall. Red Sox need to kick it in gear. 2-1 swung on a miss. That really has been the energy behind this build-up to this season, Will.
Yeah.
The Red Sox played 3 games in the playoffs, but they were all in New York.
Sure.
No playoff games at Fenway since that 21 year.
Well, coming into this year, too, expectations just through the roof. So that's just why it hurts even more to start like this.
2-2. He swung on a miss. He got him. Matthews is gone. You know, Alex is so even-keeled, especially early in seasons. But you know that when he meets with writers tonight and talks to his team and thinks about it tomorrow, it's one thing for Bayo to hit hard, and Alvarez to blast away. The things that are going to drive Alex, I think, the craziest are some of the spotty defense that play with Wong and Bayo. The pitch to Nick Allen, another pinch hitter. He's in there for Correa.
Little things about challenges,
Yes,
too. You know,
yes.
it's just like, just think.
And I agree with you. Those conversations have had to have happened already, but they got to be reemphasized. The Red Sox cannot continue to lose silly challenges early in games. 1-0. Ripped into left field. This got a chance. It's way back there. Anthony in front of the wall is there to make the play, backpedaling. And the inning is over. All right. Nice job by Moran to get us to the ninth inning. 9-2 Astros in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jeffrey Glassman Injury Attorneys have been Boston's go-to injury attorneys for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you've got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. That's 617-777-7777.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Well, Wilyer Abreu leads off here. Top of the ninth, 9-2 Astros. Another messy game here for the Boston Red Sox early here in this season. First pitch of that one misses outside.
Bet you might get your first home run call. 1-0 to Wilyer is a little bit high.
Yeah, but then again, I can't get excited about it.
It's high, it's gone.
It's hit hard and in the seats. 9-3.
Wilyer will be in there tomorrow. You can be sure of that. They need his bat. 1-1 is ripped into center field. Myers just a couple steps back. He's there to make the play. One down. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show with Christian Arcan. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store, NissanUSA.com today. Not the start the Red Sox wanted as Monasterio takes a pitch on the inside corner. These things can change so quickly early in years. We'll mention it. They were 1-4 last year. We got Crochet on the mound tomorrow. That does feel like a big ball game. The 0-1 is grounded foul outside of first. It's unfair is not the right word, but it is remarkable how often the Red Sox have needed Crochet to be their ace in spots like the one they face tomorrow. You'll have a little momentum. I mean, Fenway's going to be awesome no matter what on Friday. That pitch to Monasterio, pop foul out of play on the first base side.
Just got to get him some offense, right? You can't expect Crochet to go out, go 7 scoreless, get a couple hits, punch out 10. It's just, that's a lot. Now, could he do it? Sure. But you'd love to see the offense do something early.
Fun to see him and Alvarez, that's for sure. The 0-2. High fly into shallow right field. Back on it goes the Astro first baseman. He backpedals over there, Walker, and makes the play. The Red Sox are down to their last out. Quick turnaround tomorrow, 1:10 local, 2:10 East Coast start time. It does feel good to know that dude, Garrett Crochet, is going to be on the mound. 9-2 the score. Here's Marcelo. He takes up and in. Bayo gave a run up in the first inning because of Yordan Alvarez. And then he really did settle into this start, but it unraveled in the third with a 2-out rally, the 1-0, swing and a miss. And then Bayo gave up 3 more runs, 2 of them earned in the 5th when he was chased. The offense hitless against Hunter Brown until a Connor Wong double scored their first run in the 5th as Meyer takes a strike, and it's 1-2. Fans on their feet in Houston. Here's the 1-2. Feinfeld. Third base side. I think they'll ride with Meyer for now. Right-hander on the mound tomorrow.
Yeah, tons of righties over the next couple weeks. So he'll get plenty of at-bats.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch. There's a ground ball on the left side. Third baseman gloves, throws to first, and it is picked out in time, and Meyer is gone. The Red Sox, 2 games to forget in Houston. 9-2 tonight. It was the Yordan Alvarez show again. The Red Sox have dropped 4 straight, and they need Crochet to be their stopper tomorrow. Astros win. Nissan postgame show next in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In the season of spring, rediscovering, cleaning, finding things you forgot about? Look at this, your old membership card from the video rental store. I bet you get some points on that you never cashed in. How about finding money that's owed to you at findmassmoney.gov? 1 out of every 10 people have unclaimed property. If you file a claim online, you could print the claim form from your inbox. See if you're on the list of money owed to you at findmassmoney.gov. That's findmassmoney.gov. It's fast, easy, and free.
It's Jim from Ace Ticket. We all know it's been a tough winter, but soon the white snow will be gone, replaced by Fenway Park's green field. Opening day is around the corner, and the Yankees come to town early this year. So now's your chance to get Yankees tickets starting at just $60. Now is the time to get early season savings or get your seats now for a summer game at Fenway. Ace Ticket always has the best deals on all Red Sox, Boston Celtics, and all your favorites. Visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Join Jones and Keefe at our opening day broadcast on Friday at Casket Flagon along with Coors Light from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come down for the excitement, the food, and of course a Coors Light for a little pregame party before heading into the park. Please drink responsibly.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is the Nissan postgame show. Nissan makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Now another rough one in Houston after 8-1 last night, 9-2 tonight. Red Sox again only 4 hits. Offense just did not get it going at all. Hunter Brown was great. Brian Bayo really was not. 11 hits, I should say, for the Astros. 9-11, none for them. Not errors, that is. The Red Sox, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, both came on the same play. And with the loss, the Red Sox have dropped 4 in a row. They fall to 1-4. The Astros on the other side have won 4 in a row, and they are now 4-2. Attendance tonight brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken, the official fried chicken of the Boston Red Sox. Find a location at crispycrunchy.com. It was not a packed house by any means here. Brown the winner, Bayo the loser, and Bolton, because he pitched long enough, he got the save, and it was played in front of 26,930. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks, and there's not a lot to say about this, although their struggles continue. We said it near the end of the broadcast, Will. It happens, right? It's early in a season, and it's not. Like, I think you could leave Cincinnati saying, you know what, the wild extra innings game, you battled, you had big swings. That kind of thing happens in a season. You lose 6-5. Then Sunday, one pitch. Gino Suarez ends the game basically with that one bolt. But here in Houston, it's been a totally different story.
Yeah.
And I think the frustration is I think threefold. And one is something I think they won't be that worried about, and that's the pitching. I mean, Suarez and Bayo, different starts, but neither what you were looking for at all. I think it's one time through the rotation. There were signs that Bayo can be really good this year.
Yeah, I think something that makes it so frustrating, and yes, I know, it's 5 games. I get it. But a lot of red flags for me. But the most frustrating part is this team is a lot better than what they're showing right now. And that's frustrating because it's so many guys struggling in similar ways. Offensively, just tons of swing and miss. Almost